New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM.
Yes, I, special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right at the South Bend. On the beat. To get your information, to the food, to be my action. Spoon, gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you just want you and know. If the children cry for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to the spoon. You want to know what is happening more than to the spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to the spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. You from Benjamin, Maryland to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. If you eat keep regular, my brother to the spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. You want to get a news update to the spoon. Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? It's my body. It's my body. Spoon TV. Spoon. Balabadi. Skibidi dabado. Spoon entertainment. Kua. Go to there. Go to there. Yes, sir. Yes, I, special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right at the South Bend. On the beat. To get your information, to the food, to be my action. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you just want you and know. If the children crying for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to the spoon. You want to know what is happening more than to the spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to the spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. You from Benjamin, Maryland to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. If you eat keep on regular, my brother to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. What I want? It's not about it. It's not about it.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEOs, Duncan with the spoon. And your boy, right at the South End. Charges on the video. To get your information. To the food, to get my Spoon, 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 television. Spoon, spoon, spoon,
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morocco. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you and know. The general prime for starvation just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morocco, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Bonjama, Maryland to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat keep on regular, my brother to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. What you want? It's not about it. It's not about it.
Minutes up to 8 p.m. here in Liberia. Today is Sunday, the 20th day of September 2025. 2 days and we'll be saying goodbye to the month of September. Be welcoming the month of October. Gradually winding down the year 2025. So as we're looking at politicians' scorecards, we also should be looking at our personal lives, what we've been able to achieve this year 2025. We make good on those resolutions and plans that we made beginning of the year. What are those that we've achieved? What are those that we haven't achieved yet? That are still possible during the course of the remaining of this year that we'll be able to achieve those tasks and goals that we set up for ourselves. It's good to always do self-assessment. We spend a lot of time, doing political assessments, doing a lot of comparative analysis, on issues of national concern. But how often do we take our time, sit back, contemplate, reminisce, if you want to use the word, or better still, just reflect on our lives as individuals? I know government has got a key role to play in creating an enabling environment, making sure there are laws and opportunities and the rest of those things that we need as citizens to advance ourselves. But on the individual skill, what are you doing to make sure you can assess yourself as an individual? What are you progressing in life? Are you making good? Are you retrogressing? Are you going back? What are those courses? What can you do to improve yourself as a person and your conditions as well? It's important because every now and then we make a lot of resolutions, we make a lot of promises. Someone say, yeah, growing up as a kid in Liberia, many of us started our dreams as wanting to become doctors and pilots and astronauts and the rest. But the country can humble you. It's true. That's no, denying the fact that there are limited opportunities in Liberia. But as personal growth metrics, what are we doing, to assess ourselves and to make sure that we're making good and we're making progress, and how we can improve if we're not making progress as individuals? You're listening to Spoon 107.5 FM. We're also live on Fabric 101.1, Voice of Liberia 104.1, and a host of other stations relaying us across Liberia. We'd love to say you welcome to tonight's edition of 101 with the CEO. My name is Diamond Slanger. The rest of the panelists, I did say 101 with the CEO, but when I do say the rest of the panelists will join on the program, well, we've been seeing a shift. I think we should be looking at changing the name as well. And talking about changing the name, I'm going to ask the former CEO. He's the lead moderator of the show. Whether or not we should still maintain 101 of the CEO, or we should do plenty on one, with the CEO. Yeah, but there definitely be post analysis that some of the panelists will join on the program. But tonight on the show, we have Senator Crayton Duncan as our guest, I should say, from Sinoe County. He will definitely be joining us to show via video link. And what he's got to tell the Liberian people about trending issues, not just in Sinoe County, a county where he represents at the national legislature, but also national issues as well. What he's got to say concerning trending national issues here in the country. Today is Sunday, as I said, and have you ever had that feeling, that intuition, or have you been told by someone somewhere, whether an intimate partner, a friend, or just a complete stranger, that look, don't do this. I don't feel good about this at this moment, and so do not do it. And sometimes even yourself in Liberia will say, oh, my other hat. Yeah, one hat will tell you, say, do this, and your other hat will tell you, say, don't do it. And if you don't listen to either of the two, or you listen to one, if something happens, they say, oh yeah, my other hat was telling me to not do the thing, to not do that one. So former President Weah, today addressing his church after his return from overseas and a fire outbreak at his residence on 9th Street, told the congregation that, look, my woman, she get hit. We are in spiritual thing when they say you get hit, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, that you get sitting or you get intuition. So he told the congregation that, look, my wife just told me, say, oh, let's lead to rehab tonight. No matter what we do, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, come back home. You're sleep. We're sleeping to rehab tonight. And lo and behold, he listened according to him. He said, you need to tell me, say, we'll sleep to rehab. You need to say like that, we'll sleep to rehab. And as things unfolded, according to the former president's narrative, that intuition of wanting to sleep at their rehab residence, was spot on. Because around 12, thereabout, according to his own narration, he then got a call from someone. He didn't mention who the someone is, whether the someone was one of the security officers, whether the someone was one of the neighbors, whether the someone was just someone passing by who has got his number. It said someone called him. He said, oh, Abe, the crib on fire on the street. But what former President Weah didn't speak to it's the allegation that was made by his party that was a planned and failed assassination plot. What about not speaking to it? He stands by the party statement, or by not speaking to that, he doesn't stand with the party's statement. It's left with you to deduce. But the former president said his congregants should believe in God. But this is the second attempt. The first one, people may recall, according to those who have spoken. Tato, don't do that kind of thing. Tato, I see you. If that's how you come on the show, by there, do that about Bame Shanghai. Come here, let me turn your volume up. Yeah. But what's up now?
Oh man, no joke. That Bame Shanghai thing on tonight. No joke. What? I mean, the thing I'm saying, what I know, I can't come here with my clear eye. For the next whole week, I will come here with something on my eye. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Are you really kidding me, Damo? A good sonnet to everybody, but my eye cannot be seen for a minute at least, minute or two. That thing will stay on my face. I need 2 minutes. I gotta keep that thing on. Anybody want to take picture? They want to take picture now. What? I beg you, Damo. I beg you, man. Damo. They play our country, it's not easy.
It calls for wearing dark shades, eh?
It calls for wearing, but when the sun come here, they will ply on the road. They will just ply the road. Yellow machine come in. They will ply on the road.
You look good at the shades. Don't take it off for a minute.
No, I gotta keep it on small. Yeah. That's the audience. That's the audience. What man, that here from the dollar store, that $2. Yeah, you know.
I don't do that thing though. You see the shades.
My man, the thing that $2. Where? That's not $2. I can give you 3 or 8 right now. $6.
For you, I will appreciate 2, even 1, but 3. That one.
I said, people, that's not $2. That's my man. That's beautiful Sunday. I said, people.
Okay, so what's the brand of shades you wearing? Sunglasses. What's the brand?
I don't even know the name. To tell you the truth, I don't even know what kind of shirts it is.
Show a shot to the camera. Show the side to the camera.
No, look at the side. I'll zoom it in. I don't know. That's in a dollar store. You know your mistake? Let me tell you something, Damo. You know the LeBron mistake? Your one name, the brand name will be written on the.
We lost you. I know how the shades talk. They never away from you. So we lost the former CEO for a minute. I'm sure he will reconnect. That shares a powerful shares. It most likely talk away the network connectivity.
But then why did you kick me out again?
Now mean that the shares can carry extra data. I'm walking down the street, right? They get dollar store. They get 5 and below. If they say 5 and below, Damo, anything in the store will never pass 5 or below 5. That 5 and below, ask people. That 5 and below. But ask the people, ask Joshua Kato, he's here. Amaro Kawuya, and Edison Dako, Vasti, Dennis Ure, Badu Sako. You know, ask them. This thing I find out, man. You gotta keep it on, keep the song there. Just from church, by the way, the sermon was great. I know the pastor preached about Samuel and his mom, you know, and that was a good sermon, by the way. Eli, the high priest, you know, and I want to say welcome, man. We got a great story coming up. We have the Senator Crayton Duncan will be joining us, but Dama, you got that video about Joe. We had the main reason I keep it on Joe. We had said they must pray, and his wife told him for them to sleep in rehab, and then he received a call that he was on fire. Can you play that video? But what you said and about Samuel, and then what you just said about the former president, is that any kind of similarity? Remember Samuel, the his mother listened to the voice of God, you know, and told him to when the call him again and answer. So that the same way he have to listen
so you don't know the Bible that well. The mother didn't tell you say no, but the mother didn't tell you say when God call you answer. That's not the mother that said that.
It was the prophet that told him to when he heard the voice again, you know, he must answer God.
So no. So let's go back.
When those one even though I have a papa and when those one.
So you said, wait. You said
I played the clip. I played the
no,
clip.
you're not playing the clip. You said who told you?
I played the clip.
So Samuel, listen to Dama, right? You said who told you? Samuel man told you say when God call you answer.
The prophet, the prophet.
You know what happened? You said that the guy said, whether Jonah swallowed the fish or the fish swallowed Jonah, there was a swallow.
There was a voice. And there was a listen to the voice.
So the important thing, please listen to the voice and not listen to what I said.
And so
oh man.
we have to
we gotta listen to former President George, by the way. I don't know what the Liberian people are going to say though. Because I got a different message about John Manawea, you know, when he got to the house, what happened. But that's the former president's story, Damo. Do you doubt it? For me, I do not. I believe what John Manawea said, you know, because only he can tell us what happened, right?
The fact that we haven't gotten an alternative account, whether through video evidence, you know, pictorial evidence, and the rest, is a one horse narrative. I can't doubt it, you know, because I do not have anything to prove otherwise.
Correct.
So people were having issues with why should the former president have written what his wife told him on a sheet of paper, and he was saying it at the church, you know, reading from a paper. Pastors and prelates, they prepare their sermons, and they choose to write things down, and they choose not to write things down. So reading from a paper doesn't in any way take away what he said as being authentic or not. And again, we do not have any alternative source. You say you've got information. You have your sources, but I do not.
Yeah, I do, Damo, to tell you the truth.
Until it's proven otherwise.
No, to tell you the truth, right? I was given first-hand information, right? But I want to believe Josh Manawea, you know. Trust me, how he got there. But I want to believe John Manawea. I mean, that the man's story, you're sticking by his story. The man that said Malasari died 10,000 years ago, Malasari key to the airport, and man said, I'm standing by my story. So Joe, we are standing by his story. I don't think it should be a problem. But you know the takeaway here, Dama, you know what's the takeaway?
What?
The takeaway is that, thank God, nobody got injured, nobody died. That's the takeaway for me, that the former president is okay. And his family, they are okay. Now, any other thing we can spin it and play politics with it, but that's my takeaway, that he was fine. So I'd rather, you know, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to run with the story and say, oh yeah, something happened. Whether he went in that place to eat a that John Manawea business. The men are men, you know, men got to do what men got to do. And, you know, whether that PJ he going to eat or that 10 that John Manawea business, that's not my business, but he was okay. And I hope the PJ and the 10 were okay too. You know what I mean? Because 10 too small. And you
reminds me of a fire incident that I covered some time back.
That's Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph in the house. So, and you know, but
I used suggesting who it is. I just
I asked Sir Joseph. He said his girlfriend was in the house. He told me. So it's not a secret, but thank God they were okay too, right? That one, what made Stanton got bad? What made Stanton so wicked like this? Yeah, man. So we want to say we're waiting for Crayton Duncan. You know, we are waiting for him. He's gonna come on. But I like what you said, Dama. I think it's all good, and I think it's a good thing for Somebody came to the church today, right? I won't put this picture up. They came to the church today, and they visited the church today. It's not his first time in a way, and he always come along, and that's the husband to Mema Bridge Mensa, my sister. I got to put a picture up, and it's been a while since I saw him, so I want to send a shout out to him. Those of you that are there joining us, share the show. They, invite somebody. I about to push Diamond. I about to ask him some questions about Liberia. I don't know your take. We got a lot to discuss today. The other guys will be joining us. You understand that we just here about 2 hours. Diamond, have you observed something, Diamond? I'm trying to take. Have you observed that I'm taking some days off now? All my PTO time and all my time should be given back to me. Manatiti been using me as a slave agent, and it's 7 days a week, and I have to call Councilor Momo to do a labor law doctrine on Madam Salif, on Manatiti, and then I am taking my Saturday off, and you guys been great, by the way. Thank you. I'm happy to announce that I will be taking my Saturday off. Right? I know you're not happy, but let's send a shout out to our man. They call him Mensa.
I'll not be happy now. What I like it, I come here on Saturday. So if you
guys are using me like a poor man's slave, and that is so not good, That is so not good. Yeah, so.
Listen,
you can treat me like that. The people get angry when Madam Titi treat me like that, and that's not good. If I want to take my break, she said, "No, don't take break." The Liberian people want to listen to you, and I'm grateful and I'm humble for that, though. Don't get me wrong, but how can you use one man? I got no man, no power, and that's wrong, man. Let me express myself in this medium, man. Seriously, I don't care. You can tell. Anybody can tell. I really don't care. I'm fighting for my human rights. So, Dama, what's on your plate? Are we playing Jawea video, or you want me to send a shout out to my man at first, then we'll play Jawea video?
If you're sending a shout out and everything, then we can play the video, if you don't mind.
Yeah. It's going to be a wonderful show. Do you know that the street is so filthy, certain part of Central Street or so, we got play. Did you see that video concerning the Invisible Park? How bad it is, how nasty it is?
Months ago, we did a piece on the Invincible Park.
Yes, you did. You did, yes.
On an assessment. So seeing that video wasn't surprising or shocking to me. What shocked me was someone trying to play politics with that. There is a management company. The government bears the responsibility to have oversight with their contract with that particular company. If they're not doing well and that public facility is deteriorating at a fast pace for which it is, yes, It's true. Government should, cite that company and not make taxpayers' dollars to go in vain, because they're making a profit out. They have a management contract. They should be responsible. If I were the government, looking at the rate of deterioration that park is going under, I'm thinking about calling you and citing you that you're not performing up to what you're supposed to be doing, and we should be thinking about how we can terminate the contract, because I'm sure.
So, Dama, let me interrupt you. Right? We spoke to those people, Dama. You did an extremely good job when you ran with that story, Dama. The government or the people. So look at it from both ways, right? It's just not the people not doing a good job. For the people to do a good job, you should pay them as per the contract details. Do you know that the government owe them? Do you know that John Shafa Sheru, I think that's his name. Seriously, go to City Hall tomorrow and go speak to him and ask questions.
When we did that story, I did go to City Hall, and I was bounced around like a ball, you know.
Yeah.
That this person is not here, this person is not there. When I finally got in touch with whomever it is that's in charge of public affairs, they said, "Oh, we'll give you the information in 1 hour," because I needed to know the terms and conditions of the contract and how it's being implemented and why is it the park or those parks are fastly deteriorating at the pace for which they are, you know. And asked me if I've gotten that information up to present. I haven't gotten that information. And when we cannot get access to information, we don't want to be speculative of what it is. But the truth being told is those parks are fastly deteriorating, CU, and it's becoming a hazard for those people that are patronizing those places or going there for their own recreational purposes.
And I understand, but let me hold you again. Let's do this thing quick. But before we do that, because I think we are getting into serious conversation here, have you gotten words from the senator?
No, I'll be checking on Jurassic, who's gone there to do the production. Once they set, I'll let you know. But I'm checking up on him.
All right, let me call the senator to make sure that Jurassic is there for him not to wait for us. Senator Crayton Duncan will be on shortly.
Yeah, my brother.
Do we have the reporter?
So I'll wait for that conversation to get finished. We'll be moving to other issues as well. And we'll be having on the show Senator Crayton Duncan of Sinoe County as our guest tonight. I've been informed that it promises to be a fiery program, and I'm waiting eagerly to hear what it is that he's got to say concerning national issues and issues affecting Sinoe County as well. So once we have our production team all set up, we'll definitely bring him on the show through video link. It's 2 minutes after 8 p.m. You're watching Sunday's edition, September 20th, 2025 edition of the program, One-on-One with Your CEO. We've been relayed on Voice of Liberia 104.1 FM and its affiliates all across the country, as well as other stations. I've been told that since the senator is from Sinoe County, Radio Buto in Sinoe County, Radio Buto 102.3 FM there in Sinoe, is relaying the program as well for the people of Sinoe County to hear what their senator has got to say. So to you there listening to us in Sinoe County, hope you're doing great. And it's a pleasure knowing that you can join us as well. To the management of Radio Buto, we'll be thinking about how we can as well. I'll be contacting the management so that the person who sent that comment, kindly put your number if you don't mind, so that after the program I can give you a call tomorrow and let's see how we can discuss Spoon Talk being relayed on your platform via your medium as well. So Samuel Gore says, someone says, Diamond, will you run for any office in Liberia during 2029? Morris Day, that is a fun question, but the answer for that now is at this point in time, no. Yeah, at this point in time, no. If circumstances would change, yeah, we'll
All
see.
right, so Diamond, thank you, Diamond. He's going to be on shortly. He's still waiting for Jurassic, by the way, but I sent him the link. I want to say to all of you, the senator from Sinoe County. I'm from Lexington, and for the record, Diamond, he's my cousin. But when he appeared on the show, it's not about cousin business. Now it's about Liberia. So I have to squeeze him, and we got to squeeze him so hard. So we'll be squeezing him so hard till maybe he will say something. But Donald, though, something strange happening, Donald. Let me show you this. Before I do that, let me send a shout out to my friend and brother Mensa. Donald, look at that. You know him? That's Mensa, that Mama Bridge Mensa husband. Whenever he comes to the state, he makes sure he come over to see me, And then you got to give me a credit. Yeah, I taller than him a little bit, maybe an inch or half an inch or so, right? Yeah, I taller than him. At least I got something on him. Yeah, wonderful church down, and
so
that's
Jurassic, He's at the gate, so you know there is a protocol to enter.
Yeah.
So from your Kuzo that the
Yeah,
team
yeah,
is
guys. He told them. They told them, and they will be there. Okay, Senator, he's at the gate.
okay. He's in now. Okay, so our production team, headed by Jurassic Joe, will do everything possible to bring the Sinoe County Senator on via video link so that he can address the nation, the people of Sinoe County, so that he can speak to issues of national concern, so that he can speak to issues affecting Sinoe County. Whilst we are waiting all of that, Prince Samuel Thompson is watching us. Joe Cooper is also following us. Ezekiel NCA is watching us from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. Aries Lato is watching us from Doison along the RIA Highway. And Eddie Santiago Solari Sapo says maintenance of public facilities in Liberia is a major problem. And well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, thank you, Diamond. So he's getting ready. Senator Crayton Duncan is coming on. Thank you, Diamond. I was talking about my friend and my dear friend, Mama Rich Mensa husband. The guy, he has always stayed in America, by the way, and I think he got to go now because his wife is accusing him. My sister, Mama Rich, is accusing him. I'm going to leave that alone to this Sunday. And I told you, I said, my man, the women that angry, just go back. Stop staying too long. Man said, I want to go back. I want to go back. So the good news is that he will be going back soon. But I love this brother. He's a good guy, and I wish him well. I want to send a shout out to him in a very, very special way. And to all of you out there, right? You know, if you get your picture on the weekend, you want us to celebrate your birthday, your anniversary, get reach out to Dama. You know, Dama's number, I think that his number or my number is on our Facebook page. You got to subscribe. You got to join the Facebook and be part of the family. And this is what we come to do, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we don't cut your man. We don't cut our speech, right? Everybody must come and come through to be satisfied. I want to say thank you for joining us. Share the show. We will be bringing in Senator Crayton Duncan. But before we do that, Damo, you remember the drugs allegation on Calando and his truck? You remember that, right?
Yeah, it was just few days.
Yeah. So we are getting a report, Damo, that it was a government immigration officer that put the drugs on Calando car. The immigration officer, he worked as captain, and I'm reaching out to the immigration boss. The tramadol, 480 packs of tramadol, he owned them. He put that on the car. And you know whose son is that? You know his father?
No.
This will hit everybody. I'm going to put him up. You see him yet? You see him? Drug suspect. He is the report again. Again, we still to be correct. We'll use the word allegation, whatsoever. But they say he's an immigration officer. Those of you that are watching us today, people in the government operating and they are serving as drugs cartel. This man say he worked for the immigration. Now, let me pull his, Damo, you were asking me about his immigration ID card, which is unique. They are saying this is Captain Edward Dakose. Does the name Dakose ring a bell to you?
Yeah.
And this is huge. This is huge. And if this allegation and the picture profile is unique, now we still to be corrected, right? I'm still digging this case. I want every Liberian to know that if the immigration people then doing drugs business, then we finish. But Dama, who is at the border? The seaport, the airport, and everywhere. Who is at the border?
It's a joint security thing at the border, but predominantly the immigration, you know, mans our border.
Can you imagine If this guy still work for the immigration as captain, then we are in trouble. But the name Edward K. Dakose, you need to think the name Dakose. I mean, what's running through your mind? Please don't answer. This is about the Liberian people now. Don't answer. Do you know anybody in this government named Dakose? Do you know anybody? You see, sometimes we do this thing over and over for our people to understand that we are doing it for them. Damon, do we know anybody? And I'm not asking Damon. Damon don't answer. Does the name ring a bell to you? To you? Do you know anybody? Anyone working in this government named Dakose? I'm asking you. I'm not you, Damon, but I'm asking our audience, our follower. Can somebody tell me? If you say yes, can you tell me where that person work? The person, the person that put the drugs, that own up to the drugs, the person picture that own the drugs, that went on Kalano car. If you get a Kalano car picture, I will appreciate that one. They say that the person here, he was arrested. That's him. He's the owner of the drugs. His name is, or his last name, or whatever you want to put it, Edward Dakose. Now, these are allegations. People say use allegation. But if this is Edward Dakose, and he is a captain in the Liberian Immigration Service, then Joseph Boaga should forget about fighting drugs. Then we are doomed. I just want you to know, then we are doomed. And we're wrong with this story all night. Because this picture, this person, Edward K. Dakose, Captain, Republic of Liberia, Liberia Immigration Service, Ministry of Justice, LISJ 1614. The immigration people said in Cooch. No. But you should have the conversation. The immigration people sharing and transporting drugs. The LDA put a picture up and put it on a nego. The LDA, they play over there. So how are you want to tell me that we are fighting drugs? Somebody now call somebody name. I said not you. I say if you know the name, put the name there. I'm calling nobody name here tonight. Wait for me tomorrow. I got plenty of information on this one. Edward Dakose, who a man? He passed living or a parent died. So I know we will be talking to Senator Crayton Duncan, right? But let's have our own talk. Damon, can you open the line briefly? Let's see if people want to comment, Damon. I beg you. People want to say yes. They want to be part of this program, right? And how can we fight drugs if the immigration officer, the captain, transporting drugs? If this information are true, then we get problem. Edward Dakose. Edward Dakose. Who a man? Who a part? So welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Everybody, welcome to the show. And let's hear you. We want you to call 609-649-4206. And that's the international number, or you call 609-649-9690 or 609-929-4938. Call any one of these three numbers. That will have the local number. And do you know him? Do you know Edward Dakose? Let's take the first call. Your name and where you joining us from?
Hello?
Yes, your name. You live. Talk to us.
Hey, this is Steve from Minnesota.
Steve, well, I mean, what say you?
Yeah, this is very serious, man. I guess we really need to dig behind this. I think that we might get some more information from him. I don't think this is the only person.
Thank you.
It's real serious.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Again, Damo, what's your take though? Before I take this next call, what's running through your mind? The ID card and immigration officer. You understand that? Yes, indeed. The allegation that he was transporting these drugs. Damo, talk to me.
So, since you shared the information, I've been trying to do some research, you know, and the name Edward Dagose. Also, we all know that was a senator's name, but that was Edward B. Dagose of
Yeah.
Grand Cape Mount, a stalwart of the Unity Party. He was senator for Cape Mount since 2012 until he passed in 2019, and so the name the Edward Dagose, whether that's his junior, there's limited information in the public space of our officials and their kids, you know. So until we can establish, because the name is similar, whether that's a junior or not, I'm trying to find out whether or not that is the son of the former or the late Grand Cape Mount County Senator, who happened to be the husband of the now current Commerce Minister, and what the link, the biological or family ties are between both. So we're trying to establish that, and those with the information can do that. But coming back to the fact that an immigration officer allegedly involved in drugs trafficking, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember, on Friday when I was here, I spoke about the use of sirens, the proliferation of the use of sirens, the use of security officials to do a whole lot of things in the country. Those who are put in positions of trust, they exploit the trust, and they're involved in illicit and illegal acts as well. We see it in all facets. It starts from the police officer who's on the beat when he arrests a vehicle, and then a senior officer or somebody will just calling up and say, "My man, let I can't go, like my interest." It starts from there and it grows all the way to the top, where these people are being used because of the position of trust they occupy. The fact that that's an immigration officer, he will man a vehicle or with his flag on his arm or with his ID card, and they will bulldoze through any checkpoint, and they have the means of bringing these things in. So that takes me back to Mr. Cummings' statement when he said that the government should go after the big hands. And the big hands might not only mean higher ups in government, but even those who are put in position of trust, security officers and the rest. Some of them are involved in these things, and we're looking to dig deeper, and find out and establish these ties and these links. But to be an immigration officer, a security officer, and you doing that allegedly, that's huge. That throws a big wrench in the fight against drugs, and even should encourage the government and security apparatus to check their own people once they're going through borders and other crossing points.
Dama, I agree with you. It is very, very dangerous. It's very, very bad on the part of our government, right? And I think, by the way, listen, at least he was caught, right? But what is happening to find an immigration captain, right? Sitting and transporting drugs with the last name Dakose. The Commerce Minister, Magdalene Dakose, is he related to her? I'm just asking. Is that her son? The former lawmaker, you're right, from Grand Cape Mount, Edward B. Dakose, is he related to him? Is that his father? But we are yet talking about a man that served as captain. And guys, what's your take? What are you thinking? Will we ever something drugs? No, it's done. It's within. It's deep down within, in the bones and marrow. It is. Your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Lakodier Dula. I'm calling from Rochester.
Lakodier, talk to us.
So let's agree that the captain in question is the son of the listener of Grand Cape County. But can anybody arrest your car for what you did? Is that possible under our laws?
Is it possible?
I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking you too. Like, is it possible?
It's not possible. So
But then why you ask a question if it's not possible? We are talking about a man. We are talking about a man and his. We are talking about. Mama, Dore. All right, Dore or Dore, whatever your name is.
No, so that you know my name, I'm just asking a simple question. You don't.
So the issue is that if you ask a simple question, then you wait. This is Captain Edward Dakose. Edward Dakose is related to the Commerce Minister. With that relationship that speak volume, that people in government, that the children in government, outside of government, involved in drugs. That when you remember when we were discussing Musa Bennett's son?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember that, right?
Yes.
And people said Musa Bennett free his son.
Yes.
Gave his son an easy way out. And the son went through the court process and he was found guilty. Whatsoever that story is, everybody know. So we need to say that.
He was let go of, and after public pressure, you know,
correct.
He was rearrested and taken back into custody.
And the same man that Jericho and said Musa was a criminal and his son, so Musa free his son. The same man I just called, he always come in to give me hard time. So at the end of the day, is that his mother? We gotta establish whether Madeline Dakosa is his mother. And if it is true, we gotta hear from her. She gotta use this opportunity, Damo, to speak to the nation on what she's gonna do. But he's a captain at the Liberia Immigration Service. He's a captain. His picture is there. I got all the documents, I got the video and everything to this, and we'll play them all. So what's the government position now? A captain in the immigration is involved in drugs. Is this the first time, Damo? Have we seen other people now under this government in immigration, and you know, or LDA for that matter, also operating as just cartel?
For the issue of names, especially being a journalist, names are very crucial in news making, you know, and especially names that are associated with the higher ups of society or names that are occupying government positions and the rest. When they do come up, now we have the Minister of Commerce allegedly, if that's her son, whether that's the son of her husband, her late husband, and by extension, her biological son or her stepson. The country, she works in a government that has ignited the fight against drugs and have said they stern her on the fight against drugs. They have a new leadership at the LDEA. It's only fair if that is her son, allegedly, or that is her stepson.
That is her stepson. Information saying that's her stepson.
Yeah, I was just trying to make that point. By extension, she is his mother because she got married to his father. It doesn't mean she's involved in drug trafficking or illicit smuggling of drugs and the rest. But as a minister of the government occupying a position of trust, it will be fair in a government that is fighting against drugs to come up and state a stance as a minister and as a mother as to what should be done, even though prosecution will be done like Musa Ability did. But you must take a stand, you know, because there's always this allegation that those who have got authority and power can use that to twat and favor their siblings, their people of interest, their loved ones, and the rest. That was an allegation put against Representative Musa Ability when his son, you know, was let go from custody. And later, after all of the pressure, even after he released a statement prior to his son being released, you know, they had to go and get his son again. He came up and spoke about the challenges being faced and all of those things. So names are very pivotal in news making, in news making, and name is important. Very, very important. What will happen to somebody who's unknown, their child? It's not the same situation that's going to happen to somebody who's occupying a key position or somebody who is, you know, a known figure in the country. So it's not about transferring crimes. So the caller's question, you know, for me, I feel personally it was off. It's not about
look at that Duncan, whatever his name is. He always call to give me a hard time. Damo, don't worry about him. He always call to give me a hard time. Damo, can you send me the actual link? This link seems not to be working. Can you please send me the link?
Okay, let me send you. this one from here. Yeah, just go ahead, sir. Well, I'm trying.
Yeah, so the issue, they just put it in the panelist chat room, Diamond. That would be fine. So the issue is that what we're coming from is that's the commerce minister is his stepmother, right? The commerce minister is his stepmother, and again, he operate. You know, he been having this position, you know, and been operating since 2012. He operated between both Waterside and Red Lake. And, you know, he's the stepson to the minister, and yes, his late professor, yeah, that was his father. Again, guys, this is not to something we got to talk about it. This is, you got to be informed that the commerce minister, son or stepson, as alleged, is part of this drugs thing, and he put the drugs in George Calando petroleum truck. This is it. He been operating and been doing this thing across the border. They got a name for him. I'm trying to find his name. Can somebody just spell it? His other name. I mean, his other name. They got an other name for him. So I'm trying to get it. Hello? So I think that where we are today, what we're waiting for Crayton Duncan, I want everybody to know that this is a problem. And I think spot on, how you call him, Mr. Cummings, you know, Mr. Cummings went ahead to take this as a fight on drugs. I think it was good. I think it was good, but we will discuss more about this. Dama, did you put it in the chat room?
Yeah, I see carefully back. I also do see the senator is being set up. I see him in the back.
Yeah, but we'll bring the senator in. Careful, wait small. We'll bring the senator in, yeah? Because we promise, you promise the senator it will be one-on-one. So let's give the guests the chance for that one-on-one. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think the set, once they're ready, they can just.
The senator ready?
Yeah, I do see him set. And once they're ready and they can get us clearly, there's audio visual coordination, then they can just give a thumbs up.
Okay, before we do that real quick, we're going to leave you with this story. Share the show, but I really want to say to all of you, you want to join us tomorrow because we got a lot of stuff on this. The immigration officer, the captain, after the senator leave, and then we'll continue with this with the rest of the team, the captain themselves, and you know, but we can also announce that they have invited Calando. They have invited Calando, LDA invited Calando also. We get that document and we'll share with you guys. But Dama, close up, wrap this thing up though, and people are concerned that this is a huge one. The guy tried to put the drugs thing in Calando, you know, on the truck, on the petroleum truck, and he was caught. But what I'm getting is that it's not his first time. He's been operating since 2012. And I'm hearing right now, Dama, I can tell you, I'm hearing that they are saying that they've been watching him. They've been telling him. LDA been telling him. That's what I'm hearing right now. So
what I would encourage more is the protection of whistleblowers and effective action taken on tips that are given by whistleblowers. The sad reality is our borders are very porous. The ones that are manned, they don't pass by 78. The manned border posts that we have all across Liberia. You now take into consideration the sea borders that we have. You know, people do cross-country fishing. Fishermen cross from Sierra Leone, Guinea, other places coming to our waterways. The Coast Guard is hugely under-equipped. So we have a lot of porosity, and we depend on information from whistleblowers, community dwellers, and the rest. When these tips are given, they should be acted upon, because if you act upon these tips, it encourages more people to come forward.
And they should compensate them, Diamond. Don't fall short on that one. They should compensate them.
All I want them to know, you know, all right, let me add it there too. They should act upon and then compensate these people so that people can be encouraged, because in a country where, when it comes to surveillance, we're still doing eye-on-eye surveillance, in-person surveillance more than, you know, as compared to technologically advanced surveillance, you have to encourage whistleblowers and the rest and act upon what they tell you to be able to make good gains against drugs in this country. It's no hidden secret that people within authority, other security officials, or the rest, some of them are involved in illegal acts, not only drug trafficking.
It's that. So I want us, because the senator is in the back, you know, I want to say to all of you, share the show. Thank you for joining us. We will talk more about Edward K. Dakose, the stepson. These are allegations that he was responsible to put all these tramadors, 480 packs on Calando petroleum truck, on those tankers. He been operating as alleged. His name, the case stand for Cafe. All right, and that's his operation name, Cafe. That's what the case stand for. And he been using this badge, this ID card, to move around his drugs, to say, listen, give us chance, we're going to move in and out. He been using his ID card. He been operating like that. It's only fair to say that Calando, they sending a letter inviting him tomorrow 10 a.m. at the LDA party headquarters to go and testify. This is the letter to go and answer question concerning his tango involvement in drugs transportation. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to share the show, will get interesting. I got a lot of other stuff for you, but right now, before we bring in Crayton Duncan, let me run in a couple of the videos real quick. One of the videos that caught my attention today is this video. Now, if you can give me the city mayor, photo, we're going to match his photo with a video and say whether this is the city mayor death. This is the city mayor trash. That's your country. That's Liberia. That's Monrovia. That's your country. That's Liberia. That's Monrovia. And where are we as rescuer? That's the question we need to ask. Another video I want to play very quick before we bring in Senator Crayton Duncan is
people are currently taking.
Okay, so disgruntled gentleman, you took down the picture and poster of the speaker
of Richard Speaker.
And you gotta listen, you rip it off, they took it down. They call him a trash. And just listen to them. They took it down. And they are angry, and we play that. The other video, let me bring it up real quick.
The media will take it the same way that the speaker of the have said.
Already got to explain why they took down, but let me bring this one from the invisible part.
This is the bathroom, public bathroom. The bathroom that was very decent. But can you see how the bathroom is very stink? See the bathroom. See the bathroom.
We will play that video. That's the invisible part. It's very, very bad. What's the government position? John Sherry, what John Sherry, this Sherwook, what his name? And you know, we are calling Mayor John. What's going on with him? I want to say, guys, we have a great show coming your way today. Just continue to share, comment. Let's try to make Liberia better, right? It's not about any position. Let me ask you, people running around to get $5,000 representative job or $10,000 representative job, they leave 20, 50,000, as they say they were making it in America, to go run for representative and senator. And our country looking so bad off and so worse. And when you want to speak, they say, oh, they may want to run for senator. You want to run for representative. My friend, let's run to fix our country. And that's the bottom line. But everything is failing. Everything is falling apart. And when the center cannot hold, things always fall apart. And that is what is happening in Liberia. Emmanuel George, welcome to the show. It's good to see you. Ambassador Diamond and Slider, thank you. Like always, you've been doing a fabulous job, Diamond. You're the entire thing. We want to say thank you. Today, we'll be bringing in Senator Crayton Duncan, Senator of the Sinoe County, by the way, next door to Lexington, you know. And yes, indeed, somebody told me that my cousin, you know, and I hope that's true. If not, I'm giving the hardest question ever on the show tonight. I want to say thank you very much, Diamond. Are you ready? We can bring in the senator.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Senator, good evening at your end. Yes, good afternoon, my end. I want to say thank you very much for joining us today. It's always good to have you. I'm here sharing first set of this program with Emmanuel George. Emmanuel George from ANC, Mr. Kwame supporter, but yet indeed he's a Liberian. So we always love to speak to you and thank you for taking your time off today to join us. Welcome to the one-on-one with the CEO, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Spoon. I'm delighted to be here tonight.
Off the bat, and like I said, welcome to the show. But I really want to ask you this before we get into our conversation. Is this true that you have not taken pay for 2 months as senator?
You know, Spoon, it's not that I am not concerned about salaries of government employees, but I think it is one of the most lazy thing that our government focus on all of the time is paying government employees. We are about 5 million people in this country. And if you calculate, you realize that government employees may be not more than 6,000. What ratio can you compare to the suffering of the people to that of 6,000 persons? So if we didn't take pay for 100 months, that's it. That is not my concern. My concern is the general suffering of the Liberian people, that even if we take pay on time, the lives of our people living in the mud houses, living in the thatch houses, can never change. And that is what I'm mostly concerned about. That is why you hear me shouting, John the Baptist in the wilderness, causing noise. Because it is time for us to look at our people and see what we can do to change the livelihood of our people. As the first African independent republic, and we are still the least, with all the smart people we have, the geniuses we have, other African countries envy us on our knowledge and experience, our affiliation with America. And today, we still the least, still running competition with Sierra Leone. And Sierra Leone is, look, I went to Bo in Freetown, in Sierra Leone. And Bo, as a city, cannot be compared to any other cities. Let's take Monrovia out of it. No other county cities in our entire country. And that place is near the Liberian border, very near. You go there, you find more than 1 or 2 sports complexes. You see the people road paved. It's just like you eat Bassa or you eat Sinoe. Say Sinoe because we're closer to Maryland, that is bordering Ivory Coast. Look, Stanton, nothing is happening in our country. The issue of government salary has always been the strategy of government, that when they pay the 5,000 to 6,000 people, then the rest of the country should be happy. First of all, how much is the salary?
Let me hold you there, Senator. Let me hold you there again. It will be very important that we take it topic by topic, right? And for the people to go home tonight with something is good having you. We said to all of our followers, share the show. Senator, have you gotten your 2-month salary?
I am not interested in that.
No, I'm not saying you are. The people, Senator, like Liberian people
it is
interested.
A handful of people. It is a handful of people that own government salary, own government payroll. Compared to the fraction, the total of the population, all of these years that government have been paying people on time, what have they done for the people that are living on the highway when you are going?
Good argument, and I agree with you. But we got to pass this question. We are receiving report that your colleague, yourself, member of the Senate, have not gotten the last 2 months' salary. Is it true or false?
And I will tell you again, that is not my interest. I have no interest. This has been the playbook of all government since I've been a mature person. I mean, after Talbot, since then, when we got to Senator,
the people say you should answer the question. We got Viola Cooper saying answer. Beatrice, I'm saying to you, they want you to answer the question. You got your computer in for you. Real life fee. People saying answer the question. The government position, they have paid all the civil servant, they owe you nobody, and your group, your black say you have not gotten paid. Can you answer this question for us to move on? Have the Senate gotten paid, or have the Senate have you gotta answer.
Lower me with all the many problems we have in this country.
We will get to it, Senator. We will get to it.
Education, health, roads, our livelihood. I mean, do you want me to be concerned with 6,000 human beings when I'm concerned about the overall population of 5 million people? What is the issue of salary to us? What has it been doing? Even those that are working, what does it do for them? They barely
it's a
can.
Good argument you are making.
They can barely pay. They can barely pay the rent.
It's a good
they
argument.
They can barely send their children to school.
Senator, we agree.
I don't want to be bogged down into these petty kinds of things here. That today government will owe you 2 months, tomorrow you on current, and the next day they owe you 3 months, and the next day you on current.
Okay, I believe you have answered the question.
It changed in our country.
So, Senator, and that's why we are here to speak to our people. That's why we invite you to speak to your people of Greenville, speak to your people of Sinoe, speak to your people right there in Lexington, speak to the Liberian people.
Let me speak to them. Let me speak to them as a senator elected in this country. Look, when we have the platform, Spoon, I have realized that nobody in this country talking. The only thing we are concerned about is how to condemn, instead of us being concerned about finding the solution to solve our suffering masses problem. I strongly believe that I don't want to be bogged into government strategy of being current on salary. It have done nothing for our people. It will never do anything to change the livelihood of the 99% of the rest of the citizenry, and that 0.3 or 0.2% or 0.1% that is taking pay, I should be concerned about them. When even their salary cannot send the children to the school that they want their children to go to. Every school, elementary school, in every nook and corner in our country has risen to $250 to $300 for enrollment, for tuition. In a zinc shack on my road here, the Tingle Village Road going out, there are 2 schools opposite each other here. Go in and ask how much they pay. Zinc shack, they're charging $200. And government employees, how much do they pay? They are paying our town chief $80, $65, $50, $75. Do you understand the poverty rate that I should now be talking to my people concerned about just 6,000 person taking salary? Look, what I really want us to do, I enjoy you all the time. This entire show is highly intellectual. You are not like the ones before you who sit on the television and radio and insult leaders. You know, you hit the point and you are looking for reason so that we can be answerable to you, even more than what we should. And I love it. But what I want us to really focus on is the concept of how we can improve our livelihood. Yes, condemnation is good. Nevertheless, the solution is also something that we should pay attention to. Look, if you look at our African history, Stanton, we started education even before the barbaric white men came to our land. When they came and saw what we were doing here, they destroyed our educational structure. I got history to prove. The University of Cairo was existing since 970 AD. 970 AD, the oldest surviving university. Ethiopian University, Benin Archive of History and Culture. Today, the black man is the least.
Senator, we'll get to your history. We'll get to your. Senator, hold on. I beg you. We got enough time. It's just Emmanuel and myself bringing you tonight, right? We got enough time. The more you want to stay on, that's fine. I'm home. I'm in my home office. I'm not going anywhere. So let me ask you a question. You talk about 6,000 people getting on salary. Those 6,000 people is even more important for you to tell the rest of the 5 to 6 million individuals whether they have gotten a salary, though they are working tirelessly, for the children's school fee to be paid, for the medical bill to be taken care of. So you cannot escape the fact that you don't want to talk about whether you or those 6,000 people taking pay and working in vain. That's been this in general. You cannot sit on this show and wouldn't want us to talk about ancient history.
Imagine me, Stanton, imagine me talk. You see, that's what the people, our international partner, want. They want us to focus on these kind of issues while they are stealing from us. They are the real roles that are keeping us poor. They are the real roles that can make us, that are making us not to have enough money to pay our employees. They are the right roles that are stealing our resources, that doesn't allow us to prosper. And you want me to sit on the show and follow the playbook that they want us to fight one another while they are exploiting our mineral resources, stealing from us and telling us it is best international practices that we should follow. How can I
attacking international partners, and I respect you for that. You always come to shift blame on international partners. That's okay. That's your view. But I will ask my last question. We're bringing our brother Emmanuel. Is it because the salary is nothing to Senator Crayton Duncan, so you don't want to talk about it? Is it because the 6,000 or 15,000 is a peanut to Senator Crayton Duncan, so you care less about it? But how about those that are making that $300, $150? Don't you think it's important to tell the nation tonight whether these people are getting the fair share of just wage for or just pay? I mean, can you do that? It's only important that we hear from you tonight, Senator. There will be no way you skip that, because some of your colleagues are complaining. Those that really need the salary that you guys have not gotten paid for 2 months, got fined, saying no money to pay you guys. Your own group of Senator Prince Moi and rest of them, they are saying you guys have run dry, no money. Is it true that you guys have not gotten your salary? Then we move on. We have spent almost 35 minutes on this. Can you help us, sir?
Thank you, Stanton. As I said, I love your intelligence and I love your show because you use this platform to inform the Liberian people. But it's unfortunate that on this issue, my concern is the general populace of this country, not a handful. My concern is the general suffering of our people and not a handful. The handful cannot take care of the vast majority of our suffering people. My concern is not that I say is money or percentage as it relates to small money, petty, peanuts, this. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has always been unacceptable for us to continue to pay the employees in this country the way we pay them. That would never improve their lives. When Ellen Johnson Sirleaf were in power, Ellen had those salaries up on the top. She was pushing it up. When George Weah came, he downsized, and on top of it, he cut salary, failing to realize the way the people in this country has been suffering when they brought him in to help to alleviate suffering, or to at least help to improve the people's way of life and not to suffer the way they were. So he came and met Ellen, had a stand on the payroll. He brought himself in, he and his man Tue, and they cut everything down and made these people to go back into suffering. Now, I'm not worried about the issue of just a handful. My concern is about the general populace. My concern is if we have enough to take care of our people, we can use that to share around. Now, I don't like the concept of the boycott government. I must be clear with you. I didn't like the concept of George Weah government, but that doesn't mean I should be here joining them in the old school days playbook to only be concerned on a handful of people in Monrovia who think Monrovia is Liberia and don't know how the rest of the people in this world suffer. You got somebody walking from paying transportation from Bokonjine to Greenville, where they have only one bank, to come to take pay and get a salary of about $80, and he spends $30 to come and $30 to go back. So he only carries what? $20. What kind of country are we running? Who are the Monrovia people that we should satisfy and forget about the people in the various counties that are suffering? So if you pay somebody $80 and the general problem.
I know where you're
so
going.
Please let's face the general problem. Let's find out why the journalists. Let's find out why the journalists are going around suffering, exposing all of these kind of critical things, and still the journalists make $100.
I know where you're going, Senator. I know where you're going.
Let's find out why the journalists are making less than $100. I have a journalist friend who they paying $60. $60, and the person is sitting on the platform talking. No, our country has so many problems, Santo.
Senator, we will get there. We'll get there. Want to say,
well, how can we get there when you want me to be minimized to Joseph Boyka, government that paying 6,000 or more person, and then I should be talking whether he paid them or he paid them.
Senator Crayton Duncan, welcome to the Spoon Talk, the one-on-one with the CEO. You know, coming here to have a conversation with us from the beginning, we got to knock you off. And once we knock you off, then we'll reset and regroup.
So you're knocking me off now.
Yeah, I gotta knock you off. I gotta take the jiggle for you. But let me ask you my last question, then we'll go to Emmanuel. Have your staff gotten a salary? Your personal staff in your office, have they received the salary for the last 2 months?
I give up on you, yeah? I give up on you. I'm telling you, I give up on you. Santo,
you can give up. Have your staff, the young men and women are working for you in your office, whether those that are on CSA, those that are not on CSA, have they gotten the 2 month salary, sir?
Well, do you want me to open my phone and call one of my staff, because I'm not the staff, and the salary comes directly from Ministry of Finance into their account, so we don't pay them directly? Do you want me to call one of them?
I'm just asking, have they gotten a salary?
Let's solve our problem in this country and start running after the little ones.
No, but
because let's assume the little one. If we cannot deal with the little one, we're not dealing with the bigger one. Okay, let's assume they didn't pay them for 2 months, and before Christmas or in December they do the back pay and they pay everybody. So going into January, everyone is scoring. What difference does it make in the livelihood of these people? What will that money do? First of all, do you know how much they pay these people?
And that's the reason why we're asking you.
And looking at the living standard in our country.
Okay, so I beg, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that follow us, I beg for us to move on, because as you can see, Senator Duncan will not answer the salary question.
The problem is too much, and I don't want to support the handful of Monrovians.
I can announce to all of you joining us while you share this show. As of last night, the senators are complaining that they have not gotten the 2 month salary. They are in their chat room complaining that they have not gotten the 2 month salary, right? If I am wrong, I will ask Senator Crayton Duncan to correct me. The announcement that I'm putting out tonight, that Senator Crayton Duncan and the rest of the senator have not gotten the 2 month salary. Am I wrong, Senator, to announce that? Am I wrong?
You want me to be the mouthpiece for Joseph Boyka government now?
Imagine, let's bring it on.
That mean they pay me. They pay me to be the spokesman there now.
Good evening, Senator
Sandra.
Duncan. How are you today, sir?
Yeah. How are you, my brother? How's
I'm doing,
everything?
I'm doing very fine. Everything is okay with me. Thank you so much for your concern.
Thank you.
Senator, what's the population of Sinoe County?
Well, I think we're about 70. We're in the 70,000.
Can you be specific?
No, I can't be because children are born here every day. People
Okay.
are dying every day.
The last census, what was the population?
What is that? As I just said, we are in 70,000, between 70 to 80,000.
Okay. Senator, is the Senate on break right now?
Yes, we are on break.
How do you call the break that you're on right now, sir?
Constituency break.
Okay.
What are these? Am I in the classroom? You know these things. Why are you asking me them?
No, I'm just.
Are we not here?
I'm
Well,
wondering.
you know these things. What,
I heard you.
am I sitting before a board of inquiry?
No, I mean the public want to know. People know that you.
The public know. If you want to know, just go on your Google. Everyone has smartphone now. Tap it in. The population of Sinoe County.
Senator, not everyone has smartphone, but let me.
Oh, they have. They do.
The question for us, Senator: why are you in Tinga Village on your constituency break? Are you not supposed to be in Greenville or in Sinoe County?
Oh, well, I was in Greenville just a few weeks ago. I went to dedicate one high school into the UNE, into a district number 2 that never had a high school before. I want to dedicate a clinic in Pumbo, Buta, and I also went there to dedicate a elementary school in Flantown. 3 of them at the same time. I dedicated all. At the same time, I took 3 buses, those yellow buses that those kids use in the U.S. I took it there, and now those buses are carrying our children to school in Greenville free of charge, totally free of charge. So I was there just a few weeks ago doing that.
Okay, thank you, Senator. Can you tell us about the economic life in Sinoe County? Which part of the district are ready? What is your economic activities if I want to move to Sinoe?
Basically, the county is a dead county, totally dead. No life. People are just pretending to live. The so-called logging companies that are into the county are exploiting the forests. Our county, since I became representative, the county have never received a dime from any government as part of some compensation for cutting our trees down in the county. The county has never. We only see those trees on the on those trucks, those log trucks, passing in front of our citizens, damaging our roads, going to the port and shipping out of the port. We also see a port that I had to go shouting in front of the Senate to invite the port manager, the general manager of the port, or the managing director of the port, to tell us why the port was in such a deplorable position that the MD or the manager in the county never had an office to sit in. Everywhere was leaking, damaged. Workers don't have an office space. Before someone went sending some zinc to change few zinc into the county. I'm telling you about a dead county that have reserve forests that we call National Park, the Sapo National Park. We don't know why that forest is reserved. Is it reserved for the Liberian people, or is it reserved for international partners? Our people that are living around the forest or living in the forest don't have access to nothing. Their lives are still the same. They live in the same mud houses. As a matter of fact, those places they used to go to make the farm, they have been stopped from doing it. And now they have to walk over an hour to 2 to go to places far away from the national park to make the farms. And there has been nothing improved in the environment to help the children to know that there is a park that is called the Sapo National Park. So if you ask me the activity of the people in the county, is a dead county, totally dead. And so these are some of the things that I'm so concerned about. If you ask me about the activities,
but Senator, how can you be so concerned about the people of Sinoe County when you say the population is 70,000 and the 2000?
I didn't say 70. I said it's within that range.
Yeah, 70 to 80,000. But according to the 2022 census, it's 151,149 people in Sinoe County.
And tell me now, what is the importance of that number?
The number is important because when you are planning for a county that you are calling a dead county.
What do you call plan? Have you planned for Liberia as a country? Then you are planning for Sinoe? What have you planned for Sinoe over these years? What are you talking about?
You were voted by the people of Sinoe County to be the senator. You were voted to represent that in the House of in the Senate. You were voted to make laws to benefit the people of Sinoe County. You were voted to work hard so that Sinoe County will not be the dead county you're talking about.
But what is wrong with you? Are you sitting? Listen to me. Are you listening to me? Are you just sitting? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to listen to me. You don't just sit down on this platform and criticize. Then I will ask you, why can't you come in to be elected so you can do better? Do you know what we go through here? You just talk. We are doing things here practically. We are facing our people on a daily basis. How many do you face? Do you know what our people really going through? And you're talking about I was elected to make laws? Do you think that those things are just mean to you? I should do them as a senator? Is that my job to do them? The America you are in, do you know the America has this poke barrel that all of the activities of the county or the state is into that budget, and they take care of their citizens, and the senators and the congressmen over there only have to make laws? Look, you don't coach me on something that I know. If you do love our people, you should be more practical. You should understand it, not to sit on the platform and criticize. Because if you criticize me and you're doing nothing about it, besides just talking, then I feel insulted.
A bit higher. Well, Mr. Senator, you ran to be senator of Sinoe County. I did not run.
Why don't you run?
Because I don't have the expertise you have. Because you decided that you were.
Then when we are exhibiting this expertise, you should inquire. You should find out. You don't just sit down. When I sit on this platform, I expect you to ask me questions in solving problems, not in a condescending way. Because in as much as you are condemning, you have no solution.
How will you solve?
You cannot solve anything.
Keep the number of people you working with and working for. How will you solve that problem?
Look, is that what you need to know? Okay, you have the population of Liberia for 5 million people. You have your platform. What are you doing about it?
I'm doing.
What is your contribution now to them?
Senator, I'm not the one. You are the one.
No, but you want to use the platform as if it is a classroom. That's why you want to use it for. And if you are wise enough, you should know how.
You came on this platform.
You should know how,
so that you can teach us. You can enlighten us.
Okay, so let me teach you now. Let me enlighten you. Let me enlighten you.
Senator,
no. Let me enlighten you. I'm a senator now. Let me enlighten you.
Emmanuel, I think it's enough. You know, the back and forth.
Let me enlighten you.
Senator, can you hold on 1 minute, Senator? Emmanuel, you have your last question, and then we'll give the senator the chance to answer before moving to Gibson, please.
Mr. Senator, let me thank you so much for putting your hands up and running to be senator for Sinoe County. Now you talk about the Sapo National Park, that you have challenge with it. What is the specific challenge you have with setting aside a national park? Is it that specific challenge that you have, and how are you working to deal with it in the Senate as a lawmaker?
How am I working? First of all, who does the national park belong to? Is it for Liberians? Can you tell me the benefit of the national park to the Liberian people? Why is the national park or national park? Why is it reserved? There are national parks in other countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. Those places, when you go into those reserve parks, it turns into tourism. People make millions of dollars for people coming into the country to see different kinds of things. Some people come to see birds. Some people come to see butterflies. Some people come to see animals, migration of animals. The big five, like the lion, the elephant, these are things people come in, and the national park generates money. What is our national park generating? Who told us to have a national park in the very first place? Who does it benefit? You see, when people are just using you as a black man over the years, and you still can't rise up to know that you are nothing and you are just being used, then that is something that bothers me. The national park, if you really can sit and focus, you will know the reason they're reserving that park. The reason they are reserving that park is not so much about studying medicine or studying the different leaves that can make medicine, or talking about carbon or whatever they talk about. The main thing is they chose areas where you have mineral deposit that are seriously deposited in that area. If you want to talk, you know what I want? I want when you come, we talk. You pick us, we give you information that is burning into us, not to come and condemn. Because condemnation, we've been doing it over the years and nothing has changed in this country. They take the satellite imaging and they marked your country. And they decide, not that they decide, they discover where the minerals resources are, and they put it over decades and decades ahead, that when they are ready for it, so that it can still be there. Go into our Sapo National Park. Why do you think they send soldiers there to get rid of people? Why? Why do you think, what was those people doing in the national park that the soldiers went in there to get rid of them? They were mining gold. And not just gold that was just running around. Everyone went in there to mine gold. They didn't go to cut trees. They didn't go to export logs. You think we will always be naive in our country? You think that we who say we know, or we have the ability to know, we shouldn't come together to change the way this country is being run? What kind of country are we where we can never improve anything? Then you condemn us. You know why your senators and your representatives don't talk to where they are? I was representative before I became a senator. Has anything changed? Do you know why the president sits up there and cannot do anything about this country when he knows he can do something with the resources we have in this country and still is limited to do so? Do you know what kind of country we're in? A country where when I leave job in less than 1 day, I am broke and I'm a senator. A country where we are denied to invest, and you who have the platform, you encourage it, that we're not supposed to be investing, when you know very well that if we don't invest, the common man cannot invest. So who has the opportunity to invest?
Senator,
only the white man, only the foreigners. They come and don't stop me when I'm talking. Don't stop me. Don't stop me. Don't stop me when I'm talking. You don't stop me.
Senator,
don't stop me. You asked me about the national park. You asked me about the national park. So you who have this international observers, or people that watch your show. I was looking at your tally the other day. You had thousands of people watching you. What are you using the platform for? I'm talking to the gentleman that on your show, Spoon. What are you using the platform for? To criticize and condemn? Or to tell the faces of the world why we are suffering in this country? And you're looking at the concept of government not paying. It is the same reason that the government is not paying employees, because they don't have the money to. Do you know that every 1 cent government pays their employees? Do you know that it is based on taxes? It is only on taxes. Who do they tax?
Senator Duncan, allow us to move on. We got a lot of questions, a lot of topics to cover. before you leave us tonight, let me bring in, thank you very much, Emmanuel George, for your interaction. Senator, we may not ask you all the questions that you think we need to ask you, but we'll ask you questions to really get an answer. So you have to consider this is spoon talk. Gibson, welcome to the show. Do you have a question for Senator Duncan?
Good afternoon. Good evening, Senator Duncan.
How are you, my brother?
Yeah. I don't know why the Sinoe elected you.
And you see another Liberian
not,
man. Then you come, let them elect you.
You are not a leader at all.
Come and let them elect you. You sit over there and talk nothing but condemn. Then you can't say you don't know why the people of Sinoe elected me. Then you come and run in the election. First of all, you are afraid to run in a general election. You're not man enough to. Do you know who become elected? Not cowards. And the reason, look, let me tell you something, Spoon. We should stop using your platform. Spoon, you're a very intelligent man. Do not encourage people on your show who only come up. First of all, what are the contributions in this country? What gave them the basic right to sit on that platform to question people? I know you are contributing a lot here. You get involved into the hospitals here. You get involved into charity here. A Spoon. What do those other ones do? Or because they're sitting in America?
Wait a minute, Senator.
Is it because they're in America? I was in America. I was there for how many years? 18 years. What does that qualify you to do because you're in America? When you're in America sitting on the platform, what makes you to be qualified to sit?
Then you come after me. Let me make my comment.
What gave you the legal latitude to question your officials? What is your contribution to Liberia?
Let me tell you.
No, but tell me your contribution here. What are you doing here?
I will tell you right now. I will tell you right now.
Then tell it to me. What is it?
Senator Crayton Duncan, please allow him to ask his question.
No. He was not asking a question. You heard his condescending talk. I don't know why the people have signed up. Are you following me in the first place to know why the people voted for me? Yes, you got a platform.
Senator, please let me finish. He got 1 minute to finish.
You don't come in insulting me and expect me to give you the time to continue to.
Let me respond to your questions, Senator. You see, I'm a different person from all the people you've been meeting. Okay? I am contributing financially to the country that you love, that I love. I have a 24-hour radio station. I have 2 pharmacies, big pharmacies. I have 1 entertainment center with wholesale drinks. I have 1 grocery store, big grocery store. I have more than 30 employees. None of them is making your $60 you're talking about. So that's how much I'm contributing to the country.
And everything I hear you talking, it is your private venture. Everything I hear you talking, it is your personal profit. Now, but that's what I'm asking.
Let me finish, then you come after me. So now that I told you what I am doing in Liberia, let me come back to what you are doing in Sinoe. First of all, I don't think you care about the common Liberian people. The question Stanton Ice Cube, it serves the very basic of the government concern for the people at the bottom of the ladder. If the government cannot take care of the officials of government, senators, representatives, if they cannot take care of them to do their job, then you think about how much attention the government is giving to the poor people that you are thinking about. You cannot even say whether the government have not paid 2 months or they are paid 2 months, because that speaks to the very core of the government attention to the poor people. Now you talk about development. You have one is oversight, another one is lawmaking, and the other one is representation. Have you written any law at all?
Now look at you. Can you imagine?
I'm asking you a question. Yes or no?
Let me ask you. First of all, you see some of you.
Have you
this is so sad for our country.
Allow the senator to answer, Gibson, please.
This is very sad for our country. Now you're addressing me as a senator. And because you have a platform that I agree to come and sit down on, and you overlook the importance of me being on your show, and you talk to me as if to say that the challenges that I encounter on a day-to-day basis, you are encountering it. The people that I see and look into their eyes every day
have you
and see
law
their
that's part of your
suffering.
job?
Now look at you. If I answer it, then I'm an ABC student. You don't come on this show to give me ABC questions to answer them. If I have written any law, if I tell you, say, yes, I have written, what is the benefit to you now? Do you, first of all, you don't even know it.
Let me tell you why that question
how
is
can
important.
it benefit you?
Let me tell you why
you
that
don't
question
even
is
know
important.
if I have.
Okay, let me tell you why the question is important. When you are talking
what is
about
important, the question that should be important to you is the question on how our people lives can be improved.
Exactly the
That's
point
the
I'm trying to
question.
make. Exactly the point I'm trying to make. Just let me tell you why it is important for lawmaking. You as a senator, you are talking about the livelihood of the people. You should be introducing bill in your locality, your Senate, that speaks to how the people's life can be better. But you go to work every day, you do nothing, you pass no bill, you go to Sinoe County, you boast about your education and show to them that you are bigger than them. Nobody can ask you questions. Anybody ask you questions, you flash it in their faces. You come on the national television, they ask you a cogent, intelligent question about how the government is treating you and the rest of the people. You don't even have the audacity to tell the Liberian people and the people that are following you, what are the government that even pay you? If the government fails to pay you,
listen to me.
The government can pay the people?
You have said what you wanted to say. Let me ask you one question. Do I work for Joseph Boakai administration? You call me on this platform to come and ask a senator if he has taken pay. The executive branch of government is responsible for salary payment. Have you asked me if whether there is a budget shortfall? Because the Senate is responsible, we pass the budget, and if there's a shortfall, we should know. Have you asked me questions concerning the budget that I know that we have put in there? Or you call me to come and be the spokesman of the Unity Party-led government? Who you think you're talking to here? You think you will call me and quiz me on questions that I will answer for you to please your platform? Let me tell you,
Okay.
This country has.
Let me ask you my last question.
Yeah, what is it?
Let me ask you my last question. Senator, the 2025 budget for Sinoe County is $211,666. Is that money enough for Sinoe County development?
But you know it's not. Why you asking me? Why you asking me? First of all,
Senator,
you see, this is what I'm seeing. How low you take people to be?
Senator, if
you asking me for 200,000.
Can you please give me chance? Let me ask a question. If this money is not enough, did you fight for Sinoe, and how did you fight for Sinoe to get more money?
Thank you. The next question I should answer your question. Let me ask you: do you know how government generates money to pay their employees?
I know how government generates money to pay.
Give me one important ways in which we collect money.
One of the most important ways is taxes.
Get it. The senator got to answer your
question.
I'll answer him.
No. Now, if you say taxes, the very Liberian people that have nothing are the people that are paying government employees. The people they're supposed to really, the place that we're supposed to be getting our
business, and I pay taxes.
No, hold on now. I understand you. I understand you. You said tax. We are saying taxes. We're saying the same thing. And I'm telling you, who are the government charging these taxes on? The very Liberian people who cannot afford. Now, the reason why you can't even talk about Sinoe getting more than 200,000 is because you don't have nothing to really fight for. If you have it, then you can inquire and fight. The places we're supposed to be getting our money from, all of you sit down on this platform and don't put yourself to talk about it. Your only condemnation is on the leaders. You know our money supposed to be coming from our resources. They're supposed to be coming from ArcelorMittal. They're supposed to be coming from the gold that B Mountain stealing from here every day. They're supposed to be coming from our forests that they are exploiting every day. We will never be able to tax each other and take care of our responsibility. We should first of all take care of our resources and stop you white boys from stealing it. How many times do you talk about the roguishness and the exploitation of our resources? How many times? When you are so free in condemning your leaders 24 hours, you need to ask me why we are not doing anything about it. As a senator, with the oversight responsibility we have, I want challenging questions. I don't want you to come talk to me like you're talking to one of the high school students.
Let me get you one challenging question. You claim that there is no way for you, because there's no money for you to even argue for Sinoe. Nima County has 1,711,666. What makes you different from Nima?
But you tell the people now, you got a platform. Nima County has income. But that's what I'm telling you. You know it. You can't question me like a high school student. Nima County has a lot of resources that is being exploited by ArcelorMittal. And ArcelorMittal, through their agreement, their concession agreement, Nima County is entitled to a certain amount of money. What is how? Can you compare Nima economy to that of Sinoe?
This is the national budget, not Mita.
Oh, but what are you talking? Oh, you see why you missed the point. That I mean, you don't understand the budget. Do you think? But of course, because what Nima County is bringing in, that is why it is into her budget, into government output to them. Look, I don't want you to drag me. You are dragging me into things that I don't even like to talk about. I want us to be nationalistic. I want us to be nationalistic.
Let me ask you last question.
Just allow me to come on. That will come back. We are not many. Allow me to come in. So, Senator, let us go back to Sinoe County, right? That's where our parents from, and you know that. But Gibson said 211,000. Can you correct me? I don't think it's 211,000 though. Is the 211,000 the budget given to Sinoe County? I think Gibson
was the development fund. The development fund.
The development fund, Gibson. I just needed to correct that. The development fund. Because if you add the other projects you guys undertake on education for the cottages and other stuff, it should be more.
No, for the development fund. Look, okay. Stanton, let me just slow down a little bit and be more intellectual here. Let me tell you something. The reason you see me a little bit upset, as I said previously, you have the entire Liberian populace in Liberia and outside this country. You have the ES. I am very disappointed that you will have other people that are fighting the purpose of which you established this station in the first place. Our focus, yes, must be on the government playing people, those that are on the stage, but also we are forgetting the real reasons why we are suffering. Nobody from the president downward. And I want to tell you, look, my concern is about the suffering. We all can play politics and pretend and act. But how can we solve this problem for us to have enough resources? Is that economic liberation? It is the place where we should now begin focusing our mind. If our budget is about 700 million, and B Mountain alone last year took away from this country $800 million worth of gold. Is that the way we're going to improve?
So let's get to it, Senator. And thank you for cooling off. Thank you for coming down. Because a lot of our followers want us to have a conversation and not argue. So I hope we can use the rest of the time to have a conversation. Senator, where's that real problem? Where's the problem lies when you talk about suffering in the country? Let's find a context. Let's find a topic here on the suffering in the country. And allow me to bring in the concession you're talking about. One, let's take it step by step. 6 members of the Senate, your colleagues, went to ArcelorMittal. The back and forth between Young Twine and those 6 members are Joseph, Yaya Nemlen, Simon Taylor, Otokanen, Batikwa, and Councilor Jala. They went there and they went there in the cool of the evening, in the middle of the night, some other people may say. You think their presence, the going into Nima was legal? Because the accusation that they went there Nicodemusly, all right, and you follow that story, young Twain is against it, and he fighting back. What's the story about your colleagues going to Asalamita Nicodemusly? 1, 2. What's the story about Asalamita that you know of? That up to today, the government have not taken a position concerning the extension of the concession. Senator, let's take it step by step. Answer that question, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You see, there are two things here. The first thing, before the name ArcelorMittal, there has been several names with that one mountain in Nima County. When Lamco was in that county, I was a little boy. Now, they have been producing, they have been mining iron ore since those days up to now. Nothing has changed for the people of Nima County. Presently, you got the same foreigners exploiting our mineral resources out of nothing. Do you know before ArcelorMittal came, 1 ton of iron ore was $179 US. Do you know how many millions worth of iron ore the boys then take from here? Presently, I think now, if I shouldn't say presently, but a few months ago, it dropped to $75 per ton. $75, counted with 1 billion ton of iron ore, 1 billion ton of iron ore, times it by $75. Tell me how much billion is that? You see, we have been exploited for too long. And you know, sometimes I get so angry that we who call ourselves the representation of the people, we are only sitting there and observing it and can't do nothing about it. Everything we do in there is what the executive mansion wants us to do. I was representative. I taught 73 men was 73,000 human beings, so they couldn't understand. I left from there and went to the Senate, where you got 30, but we look like 30,000 human beings. Everyone in the national legislature have their own interests. Everyone in the national legislature is thinking about the county, how they can be seen on a good footing with the people. They didn't come Monrovia to come and fight collectively. They came to, let me use the common word, to hustle and make sure that things seems to be good for the people so that they can be re-elected. That is the general scope of what I've observed. So nobody is actually fighting for our people. No one is actually fighting. And the real fight comes to the exploitation. We in the Senate will never write anything until the executive comes. When they bring their concession, they carve the concession. It's not the concessionees or the concessionaires. It is the executive mansion that write these concessions and bring it to the national legislatures. And they don't just bring it and drop it and turn the back. They bring it and they are standing over us.
So, Senator, let's go back.
There from offices.
Senator, consider me, we got to do it step by step. I want to ask those pointed questions to give you a chance to answer accordingly. Senator, again, going back to the 6 lawmakers and Young Twain.
Yeah, I'm coming to that now. That's the first pivot for
we don't have enough time. We got to
Okay, the 6 lawmakers. No, but also you're not interested on our expectation and why nothing is being done.
I want us to get there, but we got to walk there, Senator, because, you know.
Look, Spoon, who knows the intent? Politically, it was a wrong move because everyone in the country now are living up, trying to understand the issue of exploitation of our mineral resources. So, and everyone knows ArcelorMittal is about to renew. And so the whole country is watching the issue of ArcelorMittal. Yan Tuan is flagging the situation. Yan is vocal on the situation. So the country is they're washing ArcelorMittal. Now, if the committee had a good intent, they missed the boat by going to ArcelorMittal, because whatever good intent they had would be misconstrued. They should have stayed in the Capitol building and summon the ArcelorMittal people there. But do you know that it is a verbal law, unwritten rule, that you do not invite companies in the Senate? You do not. Have you ever seen a company being invited into the Liberian Senate? If that happened, it was before we came, and I just came there 2 years ago. There is an unwritten rule. You cannot. Only the House of Representatives are flexible doing that. The Senate have put a law, unwritten law. So it is because of that that those senators may, I'm not speaking on behalf of them, but I'm using the word may have left Monrovia to go there.
Allow me to interrupt you. I don't think it's right, because we have seen.
No, it's not.
Senator, allow me. We have seen company appear before you guys. Public Works had an issue, and they brought a company that it did business with to testify. And I will go down the line. We have seen company, you say maybe prior to you or right now it's not happening, but we have seen it. If you had a written rule,
it must have happened before I was elected into the Senate.
Okay, so let's let that go. Which side are you on? Because I want to push this thing. Which side are you on? The six lawmaker or Yan Twine? Who making the story? Who fighting for the people of Nema or Liberia at large?
That's another question you're asking. Because the question you're asking first was the intent. Now you are asking me which side am I on? I'm giving you an analysis of why I think they went. I told you 2 years since I got into the Senate is an unwritten law that you don't invite companies into the Senate. So I believe it was because of that those committees members left the Senate room to go there. That's the first thing. Number two, Yan has the right. Yan represents his county. And Yan is a very smart boy. I shouldn't use the word boy, but I'm far older than him. He's a man, but he's a very young man. And Yan understands the fight that is having there more than the sixth lawmaker that left from here. He lived for his people. His people elected him. Yan grew up in Nema. He understands the plight of the people more than any one of these people who went to his county. So let's look at it from a balanced point of view. Why they may have won. Why should there be a law in the Senate that you can't invite companies there? What I heard is the very white people. That's why you hear me talking and you hold there getting vexed because you're in the white man land. They told our Senate not to do that before we came.
Come back to the Senate. I know you get your
because of Firestone. No, it was because of Firestone.
Senator, we got.
It was because of Firestone that our law was made.
I agree.
The American government told the Senate not to bring Firestone.
Okay.
You guys don't want the truth.
You will have your time to talk about the web man.
I don't want the hard truth, and this is the problem.
Let's talk about Nimba. You agree with Senator Yan Twine. Let me ask you my second question. Will you advise President Bwaka and the executive to give another 25 years to ArcelorMittal under the current condition? Do you think they should? I'm asking your question.
The Liberian man can say for wetting. Let me tell you something. Even Yan Twine argument, I differ from him a little bit on it. I think I may have understood him. I may be wrong, and I stand to be corrected. I heard that Yan is saying they should cover up the back. All of everything they owe on the agreement must be met. Then they can sit down to talk about whatever they can talk about. I'm saying, even if they meet it or they don't meet it, that is not my concern. The way in which we are getting our resources being exploited from this country should be no more. As a matter of fact, we should begin training children in the University of Liberia, specifically in mining and geology. If we can harvest our own minerals, we can hire people to do it on our behalf and pay them. banks in this country are willing to invest in something that is tangible. If ArcelorMittal come back and even pay what they have been owing in the concession, when they come to start the way forward, what will they do? What will they change? It will be the same old concession agreement. We gave Nima County one so and so every year. We gave the community around us so and so every year. And still that doesn't change the livelihood of the people. I want us to be nationalistic with our resources. I want those boys to pack and get their stuff from over there and let us negotiate with people who will have our interests first. That is the hard truth. As long as they are there, what the Indian man should come in our country and get rich overnight, taking billions of dollars away from us when we are sitting here and poor and don't have 1 cent.
We want to say to all of you joining us, thank you very much. We have Senator Crayton Duncan from Sinoe County. We are dealing with concession company. We are dealing with the mineral company. We're talking about the resources of our country. Then we'll move on to the other issues that is pending today. Continue sharing the show on Facebook, on WhatsApp. We got a lot of people watching. Senator, I can tell you, man, your colleagues are watching. A lot of people watching. The stand you are taking, you are on the side of Yam Twine. You're saying that the government shouldn't give any extension of 25 years except these people follow the first MDA. Am I correct?
100% correct. And that does not just stop with ArcelorMittal. That goes with all of these so-called concessions that we have in our country.
I beg you, Gibson and Emmanuel, I beg you guys. Now, let them do it in 3 questions, right? Gibson, let's do it 3 questions. Then we enjoy ourselves, maybe 4 because we're not that many. Right? Because Senator, let's go back to Sinoe. Let's leave Nima alone, right? On this whole concession. Let's go back to Sinoe. Jeremiah will worry about Nima will beat on him. Young Twine sweating, strong young man. He got my support on that, right? Let's talk about your county, Sinoe County, Golden Verona. What's going on?
I think you should leave Golden Verona alone and talk about Hummingbird.
No, we'll get to Hummingbird. I'm not. No.
There's a reason. There is a reason I said that.
Senator, why do you want me to leave Golden Verona alone? Why?
Very good. You see, this is what I like. When we chunk something to you, then you ask for clarity. Then we're not making confusion. Golden Verona, GVL, is leasing land that she cannot carry, that cannot finish. She planting, she doing agriculture. All right. Yeah, she has a problem. I'm not in her defense in any way. But anyone that come into my country and invest in agriculture and invest in those kind of investment, I look at them from a positive standpoint. But even though it's you can look at it and see that I was soil, but they're not carrying that land. But when it comes to mining, extracting our resources that can finish, that will never be there forever, then therewith I frown. So my frown is on GVL a little, but it is on, look at Hummingbird. I bring the issue of Hummingbird. In that Bokonjire, do you know the amount of gold? It is 18 billion United States dollars. 18.
Golden Verona question. Then we'll go to Hummingbird. We got a Hummingbird document from the House of Representatives. They want them to pay. Other people are involved, telling them how to pay. But allow me to ask, do you have any relationship with Golden Verona though?
What do you mean relationship?
Are you part of the company, directly or indirectly?
No, I'm not.
Are you in any relationship with them?
In terms of what? When you say relationship, I'm the senator of the county.
Business relationship.
No, I don't have any business relationship with Golden Verona.
Okay, and you have now done anything business-wise with Golden Verona? Am I correct?
Well, if I haven't done business with Golden Verona, first of all, it is always illegal to do business as a senator. So Golden Verona needed to do transporting of the palm. I encourage a partner to get involved with that. And they got involved with that to help to haul their palms. But as I said to you, now you see the question you asking me, if whether I have gotten involved or is involved with Golden for Reno. What that tells the rest of the people and your listener, it is wrong to invest in our country. And the laws.
No, I'm not on that side yet. I'm not saying
No.
that.
It's not about yet. It is about the question.
Honorable, I would not accuse you by doing business directly or indirectly. It is wrong. The Liberian people will decide. I will come back to my question. I called the name Golden Verona. You said leave Golden Verona. Let's talk about Hummingbird. But it was
my reason. What was the reason for
I understood your reason, right?
What was my reason?
I understood your reason. They're not taking
what
your
was
land.
my reason?
They are not taking your land. They're planting and they will leave your land. Okay? Golden Verona, the country you represent, is involved in massive labor practices.
Yes.
These things are happening. Your people of Sinoe County, my brothers and sisters, they are using them like a plantation slave.
Yes.
What have you done to check me down?
Thank you very much. Do you know, as I speak to you, I have on my telephone that a letter that was sent by the Minister of Labor to Golden Verena, fining them $50,000 for the very reasons we are complaining about, that the company does not want to allow Liberians to take over based on the concession agreement over the amount of years. The Liberians should be trained and the expat should decrease while the Liberians are increased into those higher positions. And I have on my telephone that the ministry have sent people there, a finding has come up, and the amount of 50,000 was formed because they violated that. But you know, let me just tell you something. I beg you, give me this little chance. We in this country, we know. You ask the Minister of Labor, he tells you, we frown on the way companies around the entire country behave. When it comes to employment, GVL is one of those companies that do not want to employ, but rather to keep people on contract basis. After every 3 months, they renew the contract. Every 3 months. Now, that is a pattern by 99% of the companies in Liberia now. Companies don't want to employ, they are running away from benefits and their responsibility. They do not want employees to benefit from medical, benefit from leave, benefit from, all of these different benefits when you are full-time employees. So they are all hiding behind contract base. And none of them wants to follow these things as it is based in the concession. So we know it is a major problem around the country. So don't think that we blindly turning our eyes to what they are doing. But what my anger is 100%, and I want to be clear about the different kinds of company, in as much as the executive not doing anything about it, we that have the oversight are not doing anything about it. But the ones that hurt me are those ones that can finish. And when they finish, they can never come back.
So the rest of the guys' chance. How many years were given to Golden Verona? How many years?
Golden Verona should be what, 65 years? If I'm right, I said to be corrected.
65 years.
Yeah.
65 years.
65, yeah.
But
think about it now.
Yeah. No, let me finish. The people, the labor minister fined them 50,000 gets it. When the people will make over millions of dollars, what is 50,000 to them? Senator, are you? Wait, Chief.
It was small. And I just told you it was because of our complaint. But I'm just trying to tell you, look, I don't want to pretend to be a good guy on this show. I am generalizing the entire problem Liberia has. I'm telling you, yes, Golden Verena got her problem, but they saw that problem can be corrected. But the ones then who hurriedly steal it from us, that it can never be corrected if we don't catch it soon.
So
it's where my focus is.
Almost 20 years, Golden River been operating like ArcelorMittal, right? How much
No. You can't compare ArcelorMittal to Golden Farina. Golden Farina is an agriculture company that is not exploiting your resources.
Honorable Crayton, Duncan, I'm saying the terms almost 20 years. ArcelorMittal within the same range. Am I wrong to say that? The numbers of years they have been operating. That's what I'm talking about.
You can't compare oranges to
no. But maybe you're not understanding me.
I will not understand.
Making the number of years they've been operating. Whether they're planting one banana and somebody planting a whole cassava farm, I'm talking about the number of years they've been operating. I'm not talking about what they are operating for. So let me
ask you one question here.
Let me make my point. I beg you, Chief. Let me make my point.
Before I answer you, let me compare the orange to apple here. The work that Golden Farina, you're talking about different concessions here. The one that Golden Farina is doing and the one that ArcelorMittal is doing. Where is the comparison? Naturally, our resources is being stolen by ArcelorMittal and nobody is doing anything about it. GDL is planting palm tree. Then you're talking about a man who planted palm tree to cut his palm to a man who stealing our resources on or 3 cents on a dollar?
Let me answer your question, sir. It's almost 20 years, and I will go back to what I said and bring Emmanuel on. This should have been reviewed since 5 to 6 years. Am I wrong? You guys, the senator, you serve as representative. God bless you. You become senator.
Golden Farina came before I went into the legislature.
Yeah,
before I went there.
Yeah, how many years have you made in the legislature?
6 years in the Senate and 6 years in the House and 2 years in the Senate.
8 years.
Farina was there before.
For the last 5 to 6 years, you should have called for a review on the concession. It's
how can you review
it?
But that's so start on.
No. So let me finish that.
No, but start on. Let me ask you. No, but you say I should have called.
No, but I want to keep this in Sinoe County. You came on the show and you say our people are suffering massively. I agree with you. All over Liberia. We look at young Twine fighting for Nimba. I'm looking at you, and for the record, my own cousin, Crayton Duncan. You want to fight for the people of Sinoe County. But Golden Farina is sitting right there getting 3 cents, 2 cents, 5 cents. You have never called for a review of
Didn't I tell you the 50,000? Didn't I tell you that didn't I tell you our engagement with that? Look, Stanton, don't make me talk plenty, man.
But Senator, let me finish. I got to bring the other guys on. My problem here is we have to clean our own house before we get out there to tell somebody.
You want me to send you the letter so you can read it on your show?
Emmanuel, George, go ahead. You send me, I will read it. No problem. Emmanuel, go ahead. We have to clean our own backyard before we tell somebody that to clean the backyard. You cannot leave from
before Emmanuel comes in.
You cannot leave from Oprah J. You cannot leave from Guto. You cannot leave from all the little community there. You the senator representing all of them, and go to Nimba and tell Yato and say you fought in a good fight. Senator, show me your fight with Golden Farina. Tell me what you have done.
But this is why I just told you. You see that what I'm saying? You're not listening to me. If you are listening, if we have come on this show to share ideas, then we will learn from one another. But if you have brought me on this show just to criticize and condemn, you will learn nothing from me. I just told you. No, hold on now.
We are not condemning you.
I'm talking.
Yeah, but we are not condemning you, sir.
You asked me about Sinoe. I just told you from our intervention on the issue of the way in which the concession agreement is not being honored. I told you what has happened of recent, not even quite a week. I'm not saying something because I just want to talk. And I'm going to send you this communication so you can read it on your show. I just told you that our country is being treated in a way that we don't even know what we're doing here as a country. But I don't want you to compare GVL to that of any other person as it relates to the minerals. I just gave you, and if you needed my reason,
I get it. I
want to send you. I want to send you this.
Yes,
Stanton, let me send you this letter. Stanton, let me send you this letter.
Yeah, Senator, we'll show you a letter that moves on.
I'm sending now. I'm sending now. Okay, it's to you. Okay, hold on. Hold on now. Don't leave Sinoe. Let be in Sinoe. Let's talk about Sinoe.
We're in Sinoe. We're not leaving Sinoe. Trust me.
Exactly.
Hold on 1 minute. Allow the guys to ask you the question. I beg you, please. We are not leaving Sinoe. Emmanuel, let me come to you, right?
Yeah.
You've been there for almost 20 years, Emmanuel.
I just sent you the letter.
They only found they pay that 50,000. But let's ask how much they have taken out of the country in the 20 years. Whether 50,000 is like a 10 cent or 5 cent. But again, we give the senator the chance to answer Emmanuel your question.
Senator, I'm extremely grateful that you say you calm down and you are ready to answer our questions. So
thank you, thank you.
And even if you're at a metric question, you can please help me to answer because other I'm listening to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you calming down. Senator, let's go back to GVL. You spoke that you introduced them to a partner. That a partner
again.
When you were talking about the transportation company that assists GVL, we're moving their oil.
It does not exist. It does not exist.
No, that assists,
not
assist them. So the company that assists them, you said a partner. You introduce them to a partner. Do you want to clarify what you mean by a partner?
What is you see again? This is what I'm telling you. You guys always jumping from the main road. What is that? Look, GVL is a company. Let me give you one. Let me tell you one or two things. The company called GVL, in many instances, they find contractors that come in, transport the oil, transport the plant, the palm. They work with them. They give different people different. They open the doors for people to get involved into making what they do there. I was telling Stanton clearly that I know people who is working doing those kind of things. But yeah, what is important? That is not important. If a man is doing business, we should hail him. That's not important to me. What is important to me? What is important to me is GVL, with all the craziness they are doing, they are someone that came in this country planting or stuff, agriculture, like they say, for example, you can't plant your rice. You harvest your rice. You understand? You plant your cassava. You harvest your cassava. It doesn't scare me because we can deal with you. What scares me, let's come to Hummingbird in Sinoe County. Hummingbird have signed a 15 to 30 years agreement with the government of Liberia. Hummingbird, if you look into, I don't know what they told you there, but the findings when they did the survey and they did the analysis, discover up to $18 billion worth of gold deposit in Bokonjiri.
Okay.
Now, do you see where Hummingbird is and how they are coming to exploit the resources and see into that their conception, how much the Liberian people are going to benefit?
And Senator, I totally agree with you. I don't see that, and I think you have a great point. But the partner you were talking about earlier on, Senator, is that partner a partner you're working with that you introduce to assist?
But even let me ask you one question now. And you see what makes me you see what makes me to be displeased?
No,
the America, hold on now. The America you're living in, your senators and your congressmen, go on your Google. They have the right to invest. As a matter of fact, they have the right to own companies. Besides, they have a right to be on the board of any or concession or on anybody or any organization in our country, whether commercial, whether anything. They got the right to be on the board. You are in America with all the experience you have, with the knowledge that you have. People go to America to bring those information so that the Liberian people can benefit from the good side or the good things that they take from there. You sitting there, even if there's a law in this country indicating that lawmakers or government officials should not invest, you should use this platform condemning it, criticizing it, because where you live and the best practices should come from there. But you are so happy to see that the lawmakers in this country are poor. The lawmakers do not invest. The poverty in this country. What are you talking about now? You don't want me to finish talking?
No, Senator, that's not what he's saying. You can own a company, but if you guys created a law that...
But this is what you should be condemning. No, you should condemn it. But the only thing you do about the law, you promote it.
No, Senator Duncan.
You promote it when you know it is wrong. You should tell the people.
The people have, Senator Duncan, the people got to listen. If you in America, you're like in Liberia, and you own a company, they are very straight up. Conflict of interest, disclosure requirement, blind trust, prohibited activities, ethnic rules. You got to understand. But you, Senator Duncan, and the rest of the 29, y'all came together, y'all passed a law, and the law is a problem for y'all today. Y'all should go ahead.
Listen now, you are right.
Emmanuel,
you are right. Hold on, you are right. You are right, and I will not exonerate myself, even though I will not be naive or with that low mind to do such. But yes, as a lawmaker, as a legislature, yes, we made such a law. I'm saying with this platform that you have, why are you not educating our people that it is not right? Why should you only condemn and not to educate? This is what I'm asking you. Is that a right thing that the lawmaker shouldn't invest?
But Senator, be fair.
No, nah.
You sat down. You sat down in the Senate and you passed a law. You did.
Amen.
And you want us to advocate for a law you pass against yourself?
Why do you think you have the platform? What do you think? What are you using the platform for?
You want me to announce to the Liberian people, right, that the law you guys passed was wrong and to advocate for you and the 29 members. But you cannot answer the least basic question, whether you have taken 2 months pay or whether your guys have taken 2 months pay.
You see, Sinoe, you are troublesome, man. No, you are very troublesome, man.
You can't do the other words of the senators.
Like go ahead.
You are a troublesome man. I see.
Can we go forward, Senator? Let's come back to, and thank you so much. I mean, I wanted to know whether this company you were partnering with the company.
Look at that.
No, you said it. You said it on this show that you introduced them to a partner.
What I'm seeing, I said, look at the place that you're looking at. You see how low that is. I have just told you. I said in America that you live. You never address that issue.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to another. Let's move forward, Senator. I know you don't want to answer that question. It is your right not to answer.
But what is the importance of it?
It's land. Is land an important resources? I'm sorry, important
land.
Resource? Yeah, land.
But why were you? What you see the way that what I say? You tell our elementary schools.
It's yes or no.
But how can you ask me such a primitive question?
Oh, I don't need yes or no answer. Is land an important resource?
Go ask that one to my little son. He just got in the 3rd grade.
Is he in the house there? You want to bring him to? I like your background, Senator. Is that a background of your house?
I'm a senator, yeah. If you ain't respect what you must let him respect us.
Okay,
I'm a senator. I just Billy. I Billy before I got in your legislature.
Yeah, so
since I got in your legislature, I've never built anything for myself. Everything I built it for the people of Sinoe County.
No, Senator,
over 40 projects I have built in Sinoe. I never built one for myself since I joined the legislature.
Thank you, Senator. And
you're keeping us poor. Instead of you're telling the people how we're suffering here to help to solve our problem, you're not doing it.
Let me say this, Emmanuel. Senator, can you show us the law that prohibiting you, that is forbidding you to do business while you sit as a lawmaker? Can you show us that law? If
you want me to, I will find it. But sometimes you don't know that already.
No, but some of your colleagues watching you right now, they say you are in error. They say there is no law stopping you from doing business. You just got to disclose.
Oh, good.
You just got to disclose.
No, but that is very good.
No. Help us now.
Then I don't. No, listen. I don't want to hear on your platform anymore about lawmakers or government employees doing business.
It's not about the platform, Gibson. You got to understand this. We're not talking about the platform. You said there's a law preventing you from doing businesses out there.
Okay, hold on now. Okay, Sinoe, you forgot when this platform was condemning me and y'all called me on your show to ask me if what I was investing into the forest. You forgot that the newspaper in this country.
I'm asking you for the law.
Okay, I was searching, and you know, I like the challenge. If it is true that I have been deceived, then I rather will go back and really research to really begin to deal with even your platform and other platforms who are criticizing officials of government that are investing. So, but if it is not true, then I am glad to know that.
The only thing is that, and this is important, Gibson, because we'll bring you in.
No, it's not true.
Gibson, they say disclosure requirement, conflict of interest, blind trust, prohibited activities, they are guiding you to the way in which you should operate when you think that you want to do business, and that your friend that you partnering with Golden Verito. If you're in that business with him, you got to declare it. We got to know.
Also that all?
I'm saying to you, go ahead, find the law. You want me to help you? I want to help you.
But then sometimes you're contradicting everything now.
How?
You are the one that called me on your show and told me it was wrong. You remember when I told you that Stanton, I have a gold mine, not gold mine, but a gold deposit on a 65 acres land that I bought. I told you I will not lease this land. It's my private property. I bought that before I became a representative.
You said that.
And I discovered gold on it. When I went to China to find, hold on. When I went to China to get investment, to bring them to Liberia, y'all had me on your show condemning me. Y'all had even the ambassador embarrassing the old man that we went into the embassy to sign the agreement, which I was proud of. Took picture, sent it on Facebook that I have found investor in, and we went to the Liberian embassy to sign an agreement. When I came to Liberia, you guys were grilling me. Now today you're asking me if it is right or if it is wrong.
Senator, yes, your own error. Yes, your error, Senator. The Liberian people want you to disclose to them. It should be on your.
But wasn't that was disclosed publicly?
Wait, Senator.
You no, but I'm happy. No, sorry. I wrong you. I wrong you, my brother.
In the next 2 weeks, you will be going back. You will go back. You will find that law, and the law should be used to protect you, or the law should be used to protect the Liberian people and the business running. No, listen. I'm not mad that you're doing business in the country. But you cannot be doing the business clandestinely on the behalf of the Liberian people like you're doing Golden Verito. If you invest,
but if you say, listen,
you should be able to disclose it. Yes, sir. Yes,
don't just use words that are doing business with Golden Verito. I never told you.
No. We are saying example, man. We're saying example. I say you're doing business with them.
What I'm trying to look when you're talking, let me tell you one of the things here. And I don't like people playing double-sided game. This very platform, I have come on it 3 different times.
Yes.
With you asking me and telling me that it is wrong for a lawmaker to engage into businesses in this country. 3 different times.
If he doesn't disclose.
Man, if I disclose. But if when you say disclose, listen now, before a business is actually done, it must be registered by the Liberian government.
You best.
Yeah, but how can it be? Hey, hold on now.
You don't know whether you should also do business or not do business. That means where you must tell you.
Hey, man, Stanton, man.
That poor man and me will tell you. No, man.
Hey, man, Stanton. You see how you turning the whole thing around now? You see it? So we gotta be careful now. When you guys talking to us now, we gotta be very careful. So today you are publicly telling us that there is no law about lawmakers and government officials engaging into businesses.
I'm asking you to go find that law that say you can't do business. It will help you.
Oh, I catch you. Now you see I catch you today.
It will help you. Go find it.
So you can just call us without any respect on your show. And you're just deal us anyway your fee because we give you the opportunity to talk to you.
You're working for us. You're working for us.
Oh, so because we're working for you.
Senator, let me ask
and then you will treat us with all respect. Is that how you see it? Ah, so now I got you guys now.
My question.
I got you guys now. I understand.
You tend to support.
I understand because where you're running from. You're talking about disclosure. And at the point now. Oh, wait now. At the point you're running from, here's the point. Here's the point you're running from. Who will do business in Liberia without it being registered with the Liberian Business Registry? Or article of incorporation from the Foreign Affairs Ministry. So that's when you can say full disclosure. Who will run business without paying taxes to LRA?
Senator, the mineral and mining law of Liberia, there are two different things you're doing here. You want to go in mining and doing business, Gibson, right? Let me direct this to you, Gibson, because you're asking the question now. Doing business is the kind of business and the type of business, Gibson. This is directly about mining, right, and mineral law of the country. It explicitly prohibits lawmakers and other high-ranking public officials from acquiring mineral rights. So what you were doing, right? And so no, Senator, wait, I beg you. I guess it will bring you.
I'm talking. I'm waiting for you.
This restriction is designed to prevent conflicts of interest and ensure transparency in the management of Liberia's natural resources. It's different from your water business. It's different from the other business you're going to do. It directly saying, Gibson, mineral and mining. Now listen, who are prohibited? Senators and representatives, ministers and superintendents, the president and the vice president, even the minister of amongst himself. Legal basic, that's exactly what we put it. Now you couldn't find it, and then go and read it to you. Gibson, come with your question.
Thank you.
Look, let me just say this off the phone.
Well, hold on now. Hold on. What are you rushing for now?
Let me ask my question. Then
the issue that we are discussing, don't just jump in there. Let's start on that to pay attention to this. Stanton.
When I ask the question, you
okay, Gibson ask his question.
Stanton.
Let me ask my question, then you talk.
No, but he just brought the issue of the law, and you don't want me to talk about it. Then you want to ask questions. He just brought it to explain it.
He's talking to me,
and I have an issue.
He's talking to me.
Yeah, it says Stanton.
Why?
You see, we in this country, how limited we are.
You are insulting everyone, but you don't like to be challenged.
I said we. I didn't say you. I said we all.
You go ahead, Senator. Senator, go ahead.
I said we all are limited.
Make your point, Senator.
You're looking at the real, tangible mineral that can make you to be wealthy, that can make you to be rich. You sit there and you feel it is a good law that those that can afford should not involve themselves into it because it's conflict of interest. So we leave that to the Lebanese, the white man, to come and exploit it and get rich and take the money back to Lebanon or to China, while we, who could do it, is barred from doing it because you call it conflict of interest. And you are comfortable sitting on your show to see that the Liberians who could afford, because maybe 3 or 4 of us could join and go and invest into our mineral. But then such a law bar us, and you that have that kind of platform is supporting such a law.
Change it. You make it into law. You make it into law. Change it. Get the 29 lawmakers here. Change it. You've been changing a lot of stuff. You change this one.
But is it a good thing? Is that law a good law?
If you want my view, answer my question. Did you get paid for the last 2 months? And I will answer you. If you can, we'll move to Gibson. Gibson, go ahead.
Let me just say
Father,
this,
you full of trouble. I lie to you.
Senator Duncan.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble, man.
Senator Duncan, you are already involved in conflict of interest that they try to.
What is the conflict of interest?
They gave me chance. I will tell you when I say something. I will tell you. I will not leave it halfway.
You said it. I asked you. I said, "What is the conflict of interest?"
Then you said you told me. Don't do it like we are doing. They will not understand each other. The conflict of interest you are already involved with is by a recommendation of your partner to work with GVL.
Oh, but yes, Stanton.
Hold on, let me tell you.
But Stanton said not wrong.
Hold on, let me tell you.
Stanton said the only place that is wrong.
Just hold on.
Stanton said not wrong.
Hold your peace.
But Stanton said it is not wrong. It is only the mineral. Don't say hold my peace. Stanton said it is only the mineral. Only mineral exploration. He said it doesn't matter.
No, you said that you recommended your partner to work with GVL. That alone is a conflict of interest because that company is supposed to come before you if they violate any law, and now you have a partner working with them. It will compromise your job, your responsibility. That's number one. Number two, even if you have 100 acres of land, the mineral in the ground does not belong to you. You have to get a concession or a mineral development license before you can do it.
What are you educating me for?
No, I'm
telling me. You preach it to the choir. Why are you preaching to the choir?
You don't know it. You don't know it. They ask you question instead of you responding. You don't know this. So I'm educating you on that because you think all of us.
And what is it? What is it that acting like I don't know? What is it that I'm acting like I don't know?
When you are not answering the question and behaving like you don't know and asking Stanton to send you document or laws that will tell you.
You see,
then
let me tell you something.
I am still speaking.
Hold on now. No, don't tell me you are still speaking.
I'm still speaking.
You're not paying me to be on your show.
You're not paying me.
You asked me to be on the show. So you don't tell me you are still speaking until you are paying me. You are not paying me. You're not. So don't say I'm still talking. I'm not your child. No, you listen. You know why? Let me give you one good thing here. When you bring us on your show, you come with an open mind to learn.
I've been respecting you.
But if you think you know, then you just go about informing. You don't bring us on your show.
So you can know.
You don't bring us on your show. You think you know. You know knowing. The old people say, once who think they know and know nothing is a fool. But one who knows and believe he knows not is wise.
Okay, my first question to you.
If you bring people on your show, listen to me. You listen to me. I don't have to answer your questions. I don't. And you don't treat me as if to say I'm your child. You bring me on your show with respect to give you information that the public deserve. You don't bring me on the show because I'm living with you. I don't live with you. And you should develop that respect when you bring us on your show. Not because you sit in the United States. I told you, I was there for how many years? Almost 20 years. That you're the one can make the people in Liberia to feel America is heaven. So you don't sit there and talk to somebody who is your senator as though you and them are equal. You ask questions and you ask for clarity. That's what you do. Not in a condescending way.
I was not asking a question. I was making a comment. You needed to wait. Let me make my comment.
I needed to wait.
Yeah,
I live with you, right? I needed to wait.
You know what I'm saying. You need to listen so you know what I'm saying. So
do you think when we come on your show, to be involved into this kind of crap, then you will not get us on your show. We come on your show, the first thing when you leave your house in the morning, and you know, no. If you leave your house in the morning to come and engage your public official, it should be out of respect. You are never clean. And don't tell me that you are the Jesus Christ of this country. You have your own skeleton in your closet. You know about it different. You know about it different from the cook that we send in the market to buy food, and you give them or $10 or $5 to buy food, and they take their own money from there and buy less. You know different from the drivers that we give money to go and buy our gasoline, and they go and take the money. You get them $50 to put gas in your car. They put $25 gas there. You are typical Liberian. You know the way this country is, so you don't sit on that platform in the United States and use the word America to downplay your officials.
I'm not talking about America today, sir.
Okay, but that's where your pride comes from. Your pride comes from your platform is in the United States. That's how you talk to us.
Senator,
don't tell us about America.
Senator Duncan.
I know what you guys go through there. We all went through it. So if Stanton gave you a platform, you should deal with it with respect. I'm a senator elected. Have you ever been elected in this country before? I served as representative before being elected as senator. Have your people ever elected you before? Do you know what it means to be elected?
Senator, let's move on. Let's move on, Senator Duncan.
Or are you man enough to be elected? Or you envy? Or do you envy those that are elected?
Senator, let's move on, please.
Or you hate those that are elected because you want to be elected and you don't know how.
Senator,
what is the hatred you have about elected officials?
Senator, wait now.
What is it?
Let's move on. Enough. I beg you, sir. I beg you. Gibson was elected to be the Susumpa. That the election he won, Susumpa election.
When you want to be a man to talk real politics, get the experience here. When you come to Liberia and get the experience and go through what we're going through, then when you sit in, do you know?
Let's come back to the core issue here.
No.
One more question I want to ask.
No. It's not about you asking. First of all, I don't think you have the requisite. You are not really qualified.
Let me ask a question now.
I don't think you are really qualified to sit on your platform to ask certain people the kind of question you ask. Because you ask those questions in a condescending way. You're making the Liberian people to feel that you are better than we who come voluntarily on your platform. That's how you act.
Senator, you make your point.
That's how you behave.
Let me be the one.
That's how you behave. Senator, which government position have you held in this country before that gives you the right to know government?
Senator Duncan,
have you worked in government before?
Senator Duncan, let's move on now, please.
No spoon. You know, you need to find more qualified people that when they ask you questions, they will know from where they stand.
I've been journalist all my life.
But all you know, you're just a journalist.
I've served at the highest position.
Gibson, wait. Senator Duncan, hold on 1 minute, sir. Hold on 1 minute. Gibson has served over 40 years as journalist. That's his area. Let's ask you some question here now. Let's move on, Senator. That's enough, please. Let's get back to the people's issue. The people's issue. Senator Crayton Duncan, let's get back to the people's issue. Thank you very much for expressing yourself. And even thank you for joining us. Whenever you come on the show, it's heated. I don't know why. I pray today
because
in church. Let me finish.
It's very simple. It is very simple.
I went to
the
church
reason.
Today. Sorry, when I announced that you were coming on yesterday, I went to church today and I prayed to God. I said, "Hey God, my cousin are coming on. I hope we can have a cool conversation." And I
start you're full of trouble. You know, go bring all your boys then. You know, bring your boys then. They sit down in the various corners and treat us as if to say we don't know what we're doing.
Well, let me get back to my overview. You guys on break. You'll be coming back October, the Senate. Yeah. Senator, the big issue here is that let's go down the line. We're feeling with this concession thing. We have time to discuss this further. Inflation in our country is so high. President Baka himself admitted that the country is high. Vice President Jeremiah Kwankum is on the inflation committee to see reason why the prices can go down. Senator, what are you hearing? What can you tell the Liberian people tonight? The U.S. rate is dropping as per the Liberian data. Inflation remains high. The announcement that rice prices of bag or 25 kg came down to $14. On the market, it is not $14. Inflation is still high. You talk about the school issues in the country, education. People don't have the money to send the children to school. The children say in cold water. University open today, tomorrow university closed. Senator, you in Monrovia, bring us up to speed on these three different things. Let's give you the chance, please. Don't take us to Charles Quintan. Let's talk about today. What's going on in Liberia, sir?
Sergeant, the point here is the fact of electing a good leader. We are not used to electing leaders. If you look at our history from 1816 to 1847, all the way coming down, Stanton, Liberian people are not used to politics, multi-party democracy. When the free slave came, the mulattoes led this country up to E.J. Raw, one-party state. Edwin J. Raw was the first black man. After Edwin J. Raw, one-party state, when two party took over from Edwin J. Raw, for those mulatto people. The dark skin took over. They only had one-party state until recently when Samuel Doe came and stopped the one-party system. Samuel Doe came, no multi-party democracy. He and Jackson Doe went for it. He rigged the election, using the military to threaten Jackson Doe. Taylor then came, they killed Doe. Taylor election, nothing. Taylor was having a greater Liberia. No politician from Monrovia could go to Greater Liberia to campaign. Still no multi-party democracy. Multi-party democracy just started with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Weah. Just a few days in our generation. Our people don't know how to vote. They don't listen to messages. They don't care. They only follow the crowd. Maybe some guy wants some kind of girl who in that party wearing the white t-shirt or the yellow or the green, whatever color, he is said to put it on and he there dancing, hey, running by the girl. We do not understand the platform of any of these leaders. First of all, we don't have debate, national debate on television or anything. So nobody knows where Unity Party stand for, where CDC stand for, where Liberty Party stand for. Nobody. So we want to vote for people because that is our problem. We voted for George Weah here to help to change. Weah came, nothing. In less than 1 year time, Weah went and built 44 apartment complexes. And broke his house down on 9th Street and turned it to a mansion. The Weah that everybody took from Gibraltar in a slump. They said he knows about poverty, he's been suffering there. So he would do something. The first 1 year, he couldn't build market, he couldn't change, he couldn't figure out what it means to take over this country to build our people back to what they should be. He started focusing on himself. You bring George, 14 counties voted for him out of the 15. In the end, time for the next election, 2022, 23, everybody got disappointed. They didn't vote for him again. They brought Joseph Burkhardt. Okay, the old man got years of experience as vice president for 12 years. He worked as a different man before that time. So according to him, he was parked in the garage as an old car. So they said, okay, let the old car come up and run on the street. The old man get there, he afraid to face the expats, he afraid to face these foreign partners to begin to bring our resources. Without the resources, without us managing our resources nationalistically, you will never improve this country. And Baka is afraid to do that. He's afraid to stop the West from exploiting our mineral resources. So he's only depending on taxes, taxing our people. My brother said he got this store, this, that. They're the one paying. They're cutting it. So to do business in Liberia is so very difficult. Prices are high because look at APM Terminal. APM Terminal that was established by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Tony Blair for the private businesses is one of the serious hurdles that is causing problems for our economy. Liberia make a barely import. When they bring something into the country, APM Terminal got to put exorbitant prices before LRA, before custom. So we are not facing the problem that we should be facing. So Baka has failed, and Baka will continue to fail because he can never face the white boss to tell them, stop stealing our resources. Stop stealing our resources. Stop exploiting our black people. He wants to be friendly with them. He wants to be able to go to America. Look at the condemnation of the entire world condemn Israel's attitude towards the Palestine in the UN these few days. But I was the only man standing there praising the American based on Israel action. You can't be afraid in order to help. And he's an old man. This is not the time for him to be afraid. This is the time for him to change and make those rules, make those laws, and let us revisit all of these crooked concessions and transform them to the benefit of the Liberian people. That's the only way. Inflation will never be here. Your Liberian dollar is not backed by nothing but the US dollar. Nothing. The US dollar is not for us. We don't have the reserve or US dollar here. As a matter of fact, whatever US dollar you have in this country is not a reserve. It must be in New York, into the New York bank before it's considered to be a reserve. So how do we, the gold that these people are stealing from us, we should be having some in the central bank. I was in the central bank there as chief of staff for seven consecutive years. I understand the financial sector. If we have gold into our reserve, our Liberian dollar will become strong. You're talking about rice price being reduced. They are the president.
And guys, Emmanuel Gibson, let's stay on this conversation. I beg you guys, let's forget about.
What is he cutting me off for again? You don't like what I'm saying is not true?
Can you allow us to ask you a question? We want to stay on the conversation.
But I'm explaining. He asked me a question. Look, my gentleman. Look. You can't waste people's time, man.
Wait, Senator.
You call us to pick our ideas. You call us to open our minds.
Senator, how many minutes you want to explain? I will give it to you because we got more questions.
But people are listening. It's not because of you. We are explaining to the listener. You are only asking the question, but the explanation is not for you. It's for the people who are listening.
You have answered. Can I ask my second question?
But who told you I got you answering in the first place? You talk about the rice. You said that the rice was reduced and it's not being affected in the shops. How can it be? When the man in the shop bought the rice from his wholesaler, say for an example, he bought it for $15 per bag. He bring it into Jalo shop in Tingo Village here. Then in the morning daybreak, you tell him to sell the rest for $14. How possible can that be? You should have something plain.
Oh God, thank you. Start on.
No. The senator got to come back. My man, we got the best part of this program, and I respect the senator answer. Damo, what's happening? Can you get to Jurassic, Damo? Are you there?
I'm trying to get back with the technical team, and we will bring the senator.
It's something, right? Gibson, hold on 1 minute. We got the senator where we want him, Emmanuel. Now we are talking about the bread and butter issue. So I think it's necessary to give him a chance to talk about why the president put out a proclamation about rice price coming down. But guess what happened? The rice price is not down yet. That's where he worked. And let's see whether we can get. Have you gotten Jurassic?
Not yet.
Stand on. What he talking about Baka should do is unrealistic. He said Baka should stand up to the West. He's not being specific as to what Baka is standing up for. Baka will just go and tell the West whatever you want to tell the West.
No, but I think, and that's what we were asking.
I don't see what Baka is standing about. This one, I'm going to get Baka into this.
No, but listen now, before you do that, my brother Gibson, he will stay in flight. He will stay speaking. Let's give the senator time to speak.
He's not here now with brainstorming. No,
so I think that I like the fact his argument now is on the bread and butter issue, and that's what we should wait for. Once he can land on the bread and butter issue and tell the Liberian people, where he is. I mean, he making some very, very important points, and Liberian people got to listen to him with the 30 minutes we have left. Are you making connection, Damo?
Yeah, I can see he's still on the feed, but they've lost audio and visual, so they will be re-entering. Either it's network issue because it's
Yeah,
raining parts of
the
the
internet
country.
finish.
Yeah, so we hope and pray that he can be back. I enjoy the power he's feeling answering here. You can tell me how to.
Coming back, I just spoke to him. They're going to reconnect. They are reconnecting. But the senator will be back.
Senator, let me just say the question why he is still listening. I will tell you why I wanted to ask. You asked a question about Yang Twain. He seemed to back Yang Twain. First of all, I want to know if this senator has read the ArcelorMittal Mineral Development Agreement. If he read it, what specific thing that is in a mineral development agreement or concession agreement that he has problem with? Because it's easier for anybody to say, we shouldn't have them anymore. We shouldn't give them 25 years.
Gibson, let me do this, not because you're my cousin.
Let me finish. Then you come in.
But Gibson, I will not let you finish. I'll let my cousin on the show on you. I will interrupt you. But but what happened, Gibson? The senator, right? The senator made an argument. Yes, he went through it. Have you received the information from Yang Twain that's circulating on social media? Everything ArcelorMittal promised and they have not done. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. But here is the problem I have with it. What Yang Twain is promising is the money that ArcelorMittal promised Nima County. Now, if we say we should
that's
not
not
be
true. That's true. No, that's not true. That's not the only position Yang Twain is taking. Yang Twain is saying, for example, Gibson, you promised to build hospital, we see the hospital. You promised to build school, we see the school. You saw a girl $10,000, you girl $2,000, what about $8,000? Yang Twain is outlining all of these things. So it's not only money.
It is not a company fault. It is not a company fault.
How do you know it's not a fault?
It's not a fault because it's not a company fault because the national government has to
we have the senator back. Senator, welcome back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Very well, yeah.
But we can see your face.
We can see the senator's face. We can see it. So Senator, go ahead. You are on the rest issue. Take it from there. You were talking about the rest issue.
Okay. Yeah, what I was trying to say. Not in support of Boyka government, because the only reason I'm displeased with the Boyka government is because I believe he's not man enough to stop the exploitation of our resources in this country. Until he can do that, I will not be happy with him. So I'm not supporting him in any way until he can change that attitude of the way it began. Since this country started up to now, the exploitation is still going on. However, on the issue of the rice, I'm not a member of the executive, but I'm saying if he were to reduce the cost of rice or the price of rice, as tend to be corrected, he must have informed the business community through the Chamber of Commerce or other channels or the National Investment Commission or the Ministry of Commerce, whatever way he communicates with the businesses in this country, informing them ahead of time that this decision of government will be coming up in the nearby. So they should prepare. Then they will then in turn know when to buy, when to replace, and when to stock. But if they did it in the way by waking up in the morning and just say today bag of rice is $1, it will be difficult for that to happen because the businessman have already paid for his rice. Maybe he bought from the importer. He may have paid $15 for it, and he sells it for $16.50, making $1.50 profit in his community, and you come and tell him to sell the rest for $14, that means he's losing $2.50 immediately, which as a businessman he will not want to do. it becomes difficult for your policies to be enforced. However, it's a good step in the right direction, because what I believe, it is so unfortunate for us to be buying rice the price in which we are buying it, when you know that rice price is not as high as it is, depending on the kind of grade of rice we get in this country. So he may have seen something that he may have wanted to make a decision on, but I think it was a little bit too hasty. Giving time enough to make such a decision, prepare the businesses, people, and enforce it would have been much better. That is where I stand.
Senator, thank you. Allow us to bring Emmanuel and Gibson on this issue. But my last question, because this will be the last round we question you, sir. I thought easily he was awarded full All Blacks. To top, they were awarded full All Blacks. I know the document is not before you guys yet because you guys on reset. But what you're hearing so far, talk to us.
One thing I've heard, and not so much about whether Total get this, John Brown get that. What I've heard that still makes me upset is the very guy who came during Ellen Johnson time, bought the All Black for about $200,000, sold it for over $150 million, still have a 7% share in it, in as much as he sold it. It's the same one that is back introducing these people to our government again. And a Liberian man is never given an opportunity to get rich. But you get the foreigner coming in, or Nigerian man, and the part that upset me more, our people don't go to them when they are suffering. That's why I will ask my gentleman up there, does he actually go through what we go through on a daily basis here? Is he confronted with our people coming to us, asking us in drove, crowd of people, telling us, my daughter not in school, my son not in school, my house, we eat today, my house leaking, I won't sing. Please help me do this. No well, no that, no school, no this. Is he confronted with that every day? We who understand the plot, you don't want us to get rich. You condemn us every day. You don't condemn the law, the stupid law that we make that you should be condemning, to say this is not the right thing to do. You intend, you instead, you force it that yes, it should be, and you joyfully condemn us. We must be poor, not in a position to help our people. And you someone come and take our All Black. They take it.
Let's talk about the All Blacks. So,
but that's why I'm coming back to. It's the same mineral resources. It's the same mineral resources and investment opportunities. We should do it first. They should come and ask. Stanton, do you have money? Can you work with those 4 gentlemen that in your studio and put money together to get our All Black? Can you put laws maker together, or businesses or business entrepreneur in Liberia for us to get rich? If we are rich, that means we get out of the hole, and we can turn around and take somebody else out of the hole. But we are not allowed to participate in our resources. Then how do we discuss it for who? Who should benefit? Something that God gave me. I can never have the resources that America has. I'm not a white man, you know, if I'm a black man, I'm not an American.
Honorable, can the Nigerian award you All Black? Leave Liberia and go there, let it give you 1 All Black. I mean, I agree with the All Black issue, because you know why?
Yeah. Where you get it?
Exploitation. Let me bring him.
Where you get it?
Josh.
Senator,
Senator,
thank you very much for the exposure that you have shown, especially with the legislature and your frustration being in that hollow chamber. But can you confirm again, Senator? I think it's like you went to the House of Representatives with a particular intent, but it seems you got frustrated because you believe that the House of Representatives did not have the balls to pass laws to benefit the Liberian people. And it appears tonight you also frustrated because you decided to go to the Senate, and 2 years it seemed difficult for you to pass the laws to support the Liberian people. Is that what you sharing with us? What I'm getting is that, are you so frustrated that you trying to get your your colleagues to pass laws to benefit the Liberian people, but it's extremely difficult. These concession laws that we have and other laws that you seem to benefit the white people. Is that a frustration I'm hearing in your voice, Senator?
I will tell you yes, because I could play politics to answer you, but I will not do that on this particular point, because this is the point that is killing our people. That is the point that is keeping our people poor. Let me give you one example. I have said to you on this show tonight that everything we do in that House of Senate and the House of Representatives comes from the executive mansion. That is why sometimes I tell myself it is wrong, but other lawmakers believe that it is good for the ruling government to have a pro tem being from the ruling party and a speaker from a ruling party. In their mind, they believe that things will run smooth between the executive and the House of Legislatures. Therefore, I don't believe that from my experience. Because if you have someone who is pairing with the executive, they are only there to make sure that what the executive wants is being enforced or being carried out. And that is one of the reasons that crippling us. We are elected to stand against the executive. We represent the people. But never will we be against the executive. When have you ever seen, you are on the platform, when have you ever seen the House of Representatives and the House of Senate against the executive? What policy comes that you see us fighting them on? If we're not just modifying it in the slightest way. This is how the country is being eaten and being exploited. The main people that you should get first way is the legislature, because we, the legislatures, are responsible for these things. That's why the Liberian people first for us. But the man who hiding behind it and pretend that he's the God is the president. It is the president that is responsible for the suffering, because the kind of concession he will bring to us, the kind of laws that he wants to make us to pass. This is the issue. That's the real issue there. Yeah, how many lawmakers do you see talking what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Senator. And Senator, let me thank you for what you say. I appreciate what you are saying. I appreciate the points you are laying down. And I know the Liberian people appreciate it. But Senator, I also struggle with this problem. And maybe you can help me answer it. Every 6 years, the Liberian people change about 75% of the House of Representatives. Every 9 years, the Liberian people change up to 90 to 95% of the Senate, of the members of the Senate. And we still have you coming 2 years after we changed 95% of senators. You have come to say that the problem still exists. What do you think that we have to do different in Liberia? Because we keep changing you all after every 9 years and every 6 years, but yet them still we have the same lamentation that when Darius Dillon was elected, he had the same lamentation that you're sharing right now. So what do you think we have to do to really get the senators or the member of the legislature to do the work that Liberian people keep begging them and pleading with them to do every 6 years and every 9 years?
Very good question. It is very simple. Who do they send to represent them? Why do they make those decisions? It's the question. And I don't blame our people, because, as I said to you, we are not used to voting. It just started with Ellen Johnson and George Weah. As a matter of fact, we in Liberia, our culture makes us not to lift our faces up to talk to somebody, developing eye contact. So we bend our faces down. We do not face the fact. We don't tell people the truth. If somebody did something wrong to you and hurting you, you will not want to say it. You will keep it in your heart and grunt over it. The kind of culture we got is devastating. So that is being reflected within the representation of our people. They are elected, they come in there, everybody respect the president. That is not wrong to respect, but why were you elected? Why were you elected? You came to fight for your people. So you will never, ever hear anyone talking the way I talk, because culturally, you're not supposed to do so. Also, They come also into those houses with their own personal acquiescence. They come in, they want to be re-elected. They want to be friendly with the executive so the executive can make it easier for them back home. So they can be able to have things happening there. Also, they come in, they want the executive to appoint people in the various counties on the local government that they favor for the people to see that they are working, that they have contact with the present leadership in the executive. So because of all of those so-called shadowing around the executive, it limits their ability to face the fact and to talk the truth. As I am talking tonight, do you think anyone in the executive want to talk to me? If I have issues in Sinoe, the commissioner of my township, Lexington Township, have died months ago. I've written the internal affairs minister since, telling him about the death, recommending somebody in that little town, that little township where I was born, for it to be replaced. It have never been replaced. Do you think I'm going to the office to go bend down and beg him? So if you want to fight for the people, you have to begin to understand the sacrifices you will go through. You wouldn't have friends. You wouldn't have people supporting you. So everyone in there, most of them want friends. They want to lay in bed with the executive.
Thank you, Senator.
So they will never face the fact.
The last thing I have.
Let's go to Jason, Emmanuel. I beg you.
Okay, I thought you said we had 3 questions.
I beg you, because we got to go. It's almost 11 o'clock in Liberia. Gibson, can you do it 1 or 2 real quick, please?
Senator, have you tried to put in a mineral development company and you were rejected?
My man, I will on your show. You know, you better leave me for a test take. I can't run behind you on your platform there. Let's talk about the Liberian people and leave me alone. I'm just Duncan. Let's talk about the 5 million plus people that are suffering in this town, and let's find a solution. Leave Duncan alone. Duncan is not Jesus Christ. Do you know how many people now in school?
But you say you want to get rich. You want Liberian to get rich, and you are one of those who got 65 acres of land with mineral on it. Have you tried to put in a mineral development company?
Oh, but man, that land for my family, for me and my children. It will not benefit no other Liberian. It's not important on the platform. What is for me personally is for me and my family. It's not for the Liberian people who live in the thatched houses, living in zinc ground.
So we understand that it's very important for us to say thank you to you for coming tonight. Actually, the rest issue, the inflation issue, the all black issue, you took a stand against it. Asalamita, you are very strong on it. People listen to you, and again, I mean, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a great show. Before we leave you, though, when are you guys coming back? October 13th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, we're coming back. When we haven't been coming back, we've been coming back, say 1847. We can never go and see that. What is important?
I thought about the Senate. When you guys,
that's why I see you. The Senate been coming back since 1847. They go and come.
Are you forming your own political party? That's what I'm hearing.
What I want to do, Staton, is not about party. I'm forming a political movement, and I'm calling that movement our movement of nationalism. That's the kind of thing. And I'm looking for people like you who got in wide places to help to organize our people in this country so we can change the way we think and the way we vote.
And the reason why I ask, because people are texting me and say, yes, you're on that path. Musa Benete just brought in CMC. Sir Joseph brought in PAP. I'm hearing that Kalando is forming his own political party. You forming a movement. We have so many different movements. You supported George Manuel Weah prior. We are under Joseph Yiman Boakai. If you put together a movement, our movement, whatever the name may be, Senator, do you think, looking at the country current condition, what would be your advice? Should the people break in George Manuel Weah or keep Joseph Yiman Boakai 2029, or should we find a new avenue here? What do you think Liberia really need? A new leader or the old or the present? Which one?
The present president has been there 2 years. I gave him 1 year because to become a leader is difficult. So in the 1 year, when they were talking the things, I didn't pay attention to them. 2 years now. The simple thing I want him to do is what I know he's afraid to do, is to take control of our minerals, which he will never do. And as long as he's not doing it, then why should he be president of this country? George Weah, who came from the slum. Look, I was member of the Unity Party. First of all, I formed the MOVE Party with Mill Jones. At the time, Mill Jones economic policy, I saw it to be a policy to help the poor people. That's how come we took that $5 million, gave it to the commercial bank to share money among the businesses then. And that money went all around this country. My thing was, for MOVE, economic empowerment for the poor people. They said, Duncan, you are a face in the central bank. You can't be part of this party. Your face can't be there. I left it with Maxwell Kemenya. I left it with Lila Pokoyu. In the end, they ended up expelling May Jones for the party for generator business. I joined the Unity Party right after Ellen Johnson lost. I mean, during the time Joseph Burger was running to be a president, just in a short time. As I joined them in, I think, 5 months to the election of 6 or 5 months, I was appointed as the national chairman for election and campaign in the Unity Party. Because I did run on the Unity Party ticket to become representative. When I became representative, 6 months after, I felt that the Unity Party has ruled this country for 12 years, and they were all comfortable. Our poor people were still there. So because George Weah came from the slump, where when it rained, you see water, mosquito in Gibraltar, I felt that he knew what suffering was. So the Unity Party didn't do anything to me. Just on my philosophy, I decided to leave the Unity Party with that kind of position they gave me. Not that I wanted a position. I had just been in the government for 6 months as representative. I still have 5 years, 6 months left. I went and joined George Weah to fight for the Liberian people because I felt he was going to look at the poor people. As soon as we joined him, everything changed. He was never who he was again. So maybe power, actually confused him. The only thing he started doing, instead of facing the people, he built a 44 apartment and fenced the whole thing. When Turbo then was building Matadi Estate, New Georgia Estate, Barnesville Estate, George Weah was building his own estate in his yard. After that, in the same 1 year, he broke his building down to 9th Street and built a mansion there. That's not the kind of person I wanted to be with. I thought he came in to help the poor people. So right now, I am saying to you, until Burkhardt can face the bull by the horn to fight for the Liberian people, he's not somebody that I should chair to be president of this country. George Weah is a very big disappointment. Extremely. Why do you think the Liberian people didn't vote for him? When 14 counties voted for him the first round in 2017. Yeah? Why do you think? 14 counties voted for him. Only Lofa didn't vote for him. In this 1 year with Burkhardt, why do you think they didn't vote for him? Because they were disappointed. So now they gave it to Burkhardt, who is an old man, thinking that he's not afraid of anybody. When he's making decisions, he will make it for his grandchildren and the children that are now born. He's still sitting there. They're stealing our gold. They're stealing our silver. They're stealing our iron ore. They're taking all our mineral resources. They're taking the forests. So what's the purpose of him being president? What are we benefiting? And that is why I decided not to have any friend. But just to tell the Liberian people the truth, it doesn't matter whether I form a movement, whether I get a party, it doesn't matter to me anyway. I don't care. Somebody have to begin talking about the ills in our society. And I have volunteered my life to do so. Until they can change, I will continue to deal with them on this issue. The very white people who took us as slaves all those years, how can they like us? Over 300 years. Then you say, I shouldn't talk to the white man. 300 years. We come back in this country, we form our country, and they cannot support us.
You have
they cannot support us. Can you tell me what the West is doing in Liberia when it comes to construction or development of the mines in our school system?
Yeah, let me go ahead, Senator. Thank you very much. They can
it is not thank you, Stanton.
No, I'm saying thank you for appearing, though. I shouldn't say thank you.
It is not thank you. Don't thank me for appearing. We need your platform to tell the Liberia. That's why when we come on the platform, that's why when you see me being tense with you guys, I know you guys are smart. I listen to you many times every night. I can listen to some of the questions you ask. You guys are not dumb. And the kind of way you get your information, there's some way you get it around here. You are smart. But I want us to use that platform to fight for the Liberian people, not just condemning these so-called poor leaders here.
The second segment with you and us, it was beautiful. You answered our question. So we want to say thank you because it's 5 minutes to 7, 5 minutes to 11. We got to close the show. But Senator, you said one thing, and please make this short if you want to answer this question. So you are telling the Liberian people that if Joe, we are coming back, you are not part of it.
But Stanton, if Joe, we are giving, look, every president has for 12 years. The first 6 years,
you have for 12 years.
You show to your people what you will do. And then they will give you the second 6 years to complete it. If George Weah took the first 6 years for himself, the last 6 years, that when we give it to him, he will have no obligation to Liberian people because constitutionally he cannot come back. Is that when he's going to prove who he is to me? Forget about the Liberian people. Because I told you we're not used to election, so we'll just vote for somebody because we see them.
Okay.
So do you think when we gave Weah the position for the last term, when he's not coming back, that's when he's going to prove who he is? It's not possible.
Do you think our country needs a new direction now with a new leader?
100%.
Thank you very much.
100%.
Senator Crayton, Duncan, thank you very, very much. We appreciate you coming on, man. And I'll talk to you on the other side. I said thank you a lot, my friend. My cousin, yes, indeed. We appreciate you.
I don't care what you do with family. Family, you don't buy it.
Yeah, it's in our blood. Thank you very
so
much.
You gotta like me, but with family.
Say hi to our people from Lexington and from Sinoe. Have a good evening, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
So thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to say thanks to all of you joining us. We have to watch the clock because then we got to go home. Tomorrow will be a beautiful show. It will be a wonderful show tomorrow. We want you to join us. The Spoon Talk. Listen, we come here every day. You listen to the senator. Yes, indeed. He's asking for that option. He asking for the new direction. Say hate him or love him, but he's speaking his mind. And indeed, we beat him. We push him. Yes, indeed. I took something from him, though. Something very, very new. And I will say this to everyone tonight. I want to say Emmanuel G. K. Josh, thank you for joining the 101 today. My brother Gibson W. Giroux, thank you very much. He couldn't take any question from you, Gibson. I had to interrupt because you were giving me your question. I was your conduit of your question. I want to say next week Sunday, if all goes well, we'll be having Sekou Dukle on the show. If you don't bypass us, we are scheduled to have Sekou Dukle, the National Port Authority Managing Director, on the show next week Sunday on 101. We try to limit it. We try to make it juicy for you. And I really want to say to all of you, this is the way in which we need to go. You say your own, I say my own, and Liberian people have to decide. I hope you enjoyed something today. I hope you took away something from Senator Crayton Duncan. Yes, indeed, we have a new information coming on the final ministry. The drugs issue with the Captain Edward Dakosa, the allegation that he put the drugs on the vehicle, the tanker for Kalando. We have other serious information coming up tomorrow as breaking news. We will be revealing it to you. Continue to follow us. Subscribe to the Spoon Talk. Subscribe to the Spoon Network and make this your home. You can go, but always come back. We will be having everyone joining us tomorrow to have a wonderful, wonderful show. This is the place for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Imposition, no position. What the next one? Imposition, opposition, no position, right? Imposition, opposition, something like that. That's what Neiman Bowie said. We want to say to all of you, you can come and tell your own. We will not eat you. We're not fight with you. But we love to fight that Liberia is all we champion. May God bless us. We're still pushing, though I can announce. We are getting closer to bringing Mr. Alexander Benedict coming on this show. It's been a long time, and we have to bring him on and question him and put him on a hot seat. Is Mr. Cummings running? I still today doubt, Gibson. You can say it, Dimaswell can say it. I still don't believe that Joey are running because he has not said it. I still don't believe it. I don't care who will say it. Even Joey's wife will say it. I don't believe her. Joey, the same way he said he will not run, he should come out to say he's running. If he can, and guess what, am I right? He need to say it. Tomorrow, Joey will wake up woman and say, but the people that want me to run, I told them I won't run instead. I didn't carry that news. And Joey will be right because he said, those are the people that force you to run. Guys, you can unmute yourself. Let's have a serious conversation here. So, but Gibson, can you unmute yourself? It's kind of difficult for me to unmute you. Am I right, Gibson? Emmanuel, am I right? Joey need to come out and say, I'm running. If he have to. If Joey can say I'm running like Crayton Duncan said, then Joey, I'm going to forget it. What do you think, Gibson?
Well, of course, I agree. George Weah will say that in 2027, 2028, George Weah is going to make a definitive position.
Why are we waiting for 2027? Why 2-3 years from now? 2028? Why?
He is studying the ground right now, and
I don't think Joe Weah short of running. That's the problem.
No, not that he's not short of running.
I know you want Joe Weah to run. Guess what? I know you very well. We're from the southeastern part of the country together. We fear nothing. But I don't think that Joe Weah really want to run. He's not there yet. That's why he starts speaking. Now, the folks around Joe Weah were asking him to run, but to tell you the truth, I don't think Joe Weah will come up with that proclamation, that announcement to say, I died to George Manuel Bagugbe Opon for Kiklong we are running. I don't think so. And you giving us up to 2028? That's a disappointment. Disappointment for you, Gibson.
You just want us to tell you our strategies. So, but we're not
you're not part of the party. You from LP, you from Taiwan, going the way you mean to tell you our strategy. Are you Joe Weah party over that?
No, but honestly, George Weah will make a definitive position far before 2027. I think what is happening is he is testing the water as well, and that is a good thing to do, because you see, before Donald Trump came back, it took him some time before he even announced himself. It took him close to 2 years before the election, before he announced himself. You can't just leave power yesterday. Somebody came in and then you say, "Oh, I will run." No, you gotta put yourself in a position where, first of all, the people, you have to steady the ground. Do I still have the kind of support I had? Based on what the people will say, will tell you, okay, I think the people still want me, and I still have the desire, and I think I can run. I think that's what's going to happen in George Weah's case. But just to make my final comment on the conversation tonight, I'm very disappointed. I mean, look, I respect Senator Duncan, but I think he still got to work on his messaging. His messaging is very, very poor. Senator Duncan's younger brother, Ruben, is a friend of mine. And I do respect the family. I do respect them, including their sister, who used to be the superintendent for Grand Bassa County. I do respect them. The problem I'm having with him is he doesn't know how to message. You know, answering question is very, very important. Question. Look at the simple question you ask him. He said that he encouraged one of his partners to work with a company that is operating in his county. And he said, what is this partner? Who is this partner? He can't tell her who the partner is. And you say you already recommended a partner to work with them. How are you going to scrutinize these people? How are you going to hold their feet to the fire? He already in deep conflict of interest. Okay, he can even answer a question from us whether he had ever tried to get a mineral development contract, and the government of Liberia said, no, you are senator, we cannot permit you. There's nothing like that. If you want to go do a business, if you say you have 65 acres of land and you got some mineral on there, the mineral is not yours, it's the government's, get a mineral development, build a company, go to the field and apply for the concession or apply for the. When they say no, then you come to the public and say they don't want us to get rich, they only want the Western people to get rich. The opportunity is there. People should be able to apply for the opportunity. And I also disagree with him when he said Joseph Boakai, should stand up to the West. How? Joseph Boakai, will go tomorrow morning and start cursing the West and say you are evil, you are this. I think it's benign. It's benign. And the last point I'm going to make is I totally oppose Yan Twain fight to stop ArcelorMittal from getting another 25 years. Even if they don't get 25 years, they should get the concession agreement. They are not thinking that if you stop ArcelorMittal and the government of Liberia cancels the mineral agreement with ArcelorMittal and ArcelorMittal falls out, what made you think the little benefit that Nima is getting and they will get it? Look at administrative building, ArcelorMittal's money.
But Gibson, stop, man. Gibson, stop. Gibson, go talk about Putu Mountain, man. Leave her alone. Yeah, go talk about Putu Mountain. Don't do this. How can you? The reason why I'm in the back, I got my grandson here with me. That's why. But how can you say that? 25 years, these people failed to live up to the MDA.
What is the best way to go? Is it the best way to go? Is it to cancel the agreement?
We got to exercise patience and get the best deal out of these people.
Exactly. Now you're speaking. Now you're speaking, but you can't tell me.
That community building, the people moving with billions of dollars.
No, I'm just giving you one example. Really.
Yes, stop, man. Go worry about Putu Mati. Go get Yaya Nimle. Y'all go put Putu Mati on the market like you're planning to do.
That one of the few examples I'm about to give, and you just jump in. It's not wise for you to say you should cancel ArcelorMittal agreement. Don't give them agreement. It's wise to say, let's look at the mineral development contract and look in there and see what part of it that they are not implementing and make them to pay to do it. And ArcelorMittal is not responsible. It's not to be blamed here. Our national government is to be blamed. They should be able to go after ArcelorMittal and say, you needed to do this, you have not done that. You needed to do that, you have not done that. And you go after ArcelorMittal? I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. And by disqualifying or by not giving ArcelorMittal the agreement will not even help NEMA. It's going to even cut the Liberian budget system or revenue envelope. So what are we doing? We're still suffering the Liberian
fear. You are setting fear. That fear tactic. You're giving to them because the budget people got to take salary. Emmanuel, let's hear from you. You are sowing the seed of fear, Gibson. Don't do that. How much somewhere ArcelorMittal gave your government? How much somewhere with Joseph Boakai? How much somewhere ArcelorMittal gave your government? You should sow the seed of fear, and for the next 25 years, you will sow this seed again. You and myself will leave from this earth, and Liberia will be bankrupt. Don't do that, Gibson. I mean, this is not right. But we love having you on the show. It's the best option. It's the best option to cancel the mineral agreement. I'm asking you. Is the best option to cancel the mineral agreement and not to fix it? I don't think Yan Twain fight is to cancel it. Yan Twain fight number one. But let me finish now, Gibson. I beg you, and I will use it as my closing. The senator is saying, "You owe us. You lied. You didn't pay all of our money. Things you promised to do, you have not done them. So therefore, go back and correct what you owe the Liberian people. Correct your mistakes if you call them mistake. Now, if we should go into another new agreement, let's solve the problem from the past and give us more. Not 3% warranty. No. Who in a good heaven on this earth will receive 3%? You know how much ArcelorMittal making every year? This is what the message from the rescue team. We will go after ArcelorMittal. Have we done so? No. Jose Yuma Boaga said they are doing exceptionally well. I mean, I don't think you like this government at a point. You are not a government friend. So you want to spoil everything to bring in CDC, but you lie.
God. All right, thank you guys. I really appreciate the time, and I still disagree with Yan Tran that ArcelorMittal should maintain the agreement, but they should check in there and see where they're going wrong and fix it. It's better than canceling the entire agreement. If that is what they want, that will be it's a disaster. And I think the NIMAP will be against that.
Thank you, Gibson.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Mr. George, your takeaway.
Let me wait when you finish before I leave.
Yeah, yes. I think I agree with Gibson with the first part of the interview. The senator was very belligerent, and I think he need to have a publicist that will help him take these questions. He knows what many of us African news when we don't have answers to question or say, I'm a senator, you're asking me this one and that one, but he agreed to come on the show to take our questions. And it was difficult for him to even talk about the population of the county he represents. He felt it was not necessary to know the population. And I'm wondering, how can you plan for 9 years for a county when you don't know the population of that county? But I would like to appeal to the senator, if he's still listening to us, to please reconsider this hardcore stance he has against the Sapo National Park. Mr. Senator, I want to remind you that Sapo National Park has the rarest pygmy hippopotamus in there in the world. It has the forest elephants. All the animals I'm going to name, Mr. Senator, they are very rare in the world, and Liberia can give these animals life. The western chimpanzee, the zebra Duncan, the red Columbus, the great bigamo, and the bongo antelope. These are rare species that is in the Sapo National Park. I want you to think about it and think about what you think could be done better with the Sapo National Park instead of being totally against that park. I definitely believe it was a great show. And I also agree with the senator in the end, we need a third voice. And that's why those of you who are listening to my voice this evening, I gave you Mr. Adesanya B. Cummings as the third wave. Let us work together to change our country. You see, the senator is in his deepest lamenting. Can you imagine a sitting senator, find it difficult to do anything to change the country? It's very sad. And that's why we need a third wave. A president who will allow the legislature to do their work. Not President Joseph Boakai that is over them all the time, as the senator says. When document comes from the executive mansion, all they do it according to the senator, not me, the senator. All they are doing is modifying the document. Instead of reading the documents, they are modifying it to suit the taste of the executive mansion. That must stop in our country for us to go forward. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an Alexander Benedict Cummings, because he will make everybody.
You have a lot of time leading up to 2029 to do all of that. But thank you, and thank you for appearing always. My takeaway there is the senator
is that coming to go beyond 1 point this time?
Hey Gibson, let me make
my own. Going to 90%. That's why we're being the executive mansion, Gibson. You will be on the show that now the election. You will be clapping for us because we're going to win the elections.
I remember some time back there was a promise made that if Mr. Cummings doesn't win, Musa Belete will not take his representative seat today. We hear, and here you are again saying something. But anyway, wish you all the best. Let me just go to my point quickly. The senator was striking a point on the Sapo National Park, but again, because he was so combative, he missed out on that opportunity to have struck that point. You know, that is, the park should be used for touristic purposes, that it can give us money. It can. After you named all of those rare species within the park, you know, it's also being used for research purposes. But how can we get people there? That is the road that is needed to get people there. And if you have that park as a tourism attraction, people in Sinoe County that he referred to as a dead county could earn good income just from the park and other alternative sources of income, you know. But to see videos from the park that shows how, deep people are mining there, and the kind of destruction. That's why you're asking the question about if land is a resource, and he didn't answer that question as well. He became combative, because if land is a resource, then you need to protect the land and whatever that is on the land that can benefit the people of Sinoe County and Liberia at large. You also talked about the issue where we tend to evade questions because we feel like we are the higher echelon of society, and the person questioning me is below me to question me. But you should take into consideration that if you avail yourself and you're a public official, not that people on the panel will be disrespectful to you, but you should be able to answer the questions and give the information. This is a big platform. People from all walks of life are listening. Even your constituents are listening. How you compose yourself, how you answer the questions will gain you admirers as well. Did he strike some points? Yeah. But at the end of the day, it was swallowed all up by the other distractions in being combative and all this kind of stuff. By the end of the day, we need to work towards better policies that will impact our people's lives today and the future. And one of such policies is being conservationist. We can protect that forest. We can turn it into what people want to go to Kenya and Tanzania and the rest of the places. And it will give us a lot of income as well, other than people cutting trees, doing deep pit mining, environmental degradation, and all of those things. We have to look for alternative sources and stop mineral. All right, man. Thank you for the show. And see you guys on tomorrow. Have for yourselves a wonderful night, Mr. George. Thank you. Mr. Jeru, thank you as well. Thank you for listing your assets in Liberia. Now we know some.
Can you imagine he asking? He said we shouldn't ask certain questions, but he asking me question will I get any contribution to Liberia? What does it have to do with me asking you questions? You are senator, I'm not senator. Then asking me, have you worked for government before? Do I have to? I don't have to.
You're not made enough to win election, but you've been told you're not made enough to win election. I see you.
But man, like Status said, I've been Susu president before.
Now your business. When the Susu and chaos, bye.
Okay, man. I'm saying that to you.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening. Spoon Talk returns tonight. That's tomorrow night, because thankfully it's not after 12. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. You can make a date with us. On tomorrow, we'll celebrate 1 week since the program started to be relayed on Voice of Liberia and its affiliates across the country. We appreciate the management of Voice of Liberia. To the folks who did relay there at Radio Butor in Sinoe County, we say thank you as well. Kindly contact me. I would love to get in contact with you people so that we can explore opportunities of relaying Spoon Talk throughout the course of the week. If you do run a radio station in and out of Montserrat County, in the other counties as well, do reach out so that we can discuss the opportunities of relaying Spoon Talk as we aim to make this show more nationally listened to as it is. For all those of you who've been watching from all around the world, thank you. Have for yourselves a wonderful day or a wonderful night, irrespective of whichever part of the world you are. My name is Diamond Slanger, and this is how I bid you good night. If your team is topping the table like mine is, like Barcelona is topping the table of La Liga, a pleasant and a wonderful, restful night to you. You will sleep in peace. If you were toppled off the table, like those who were white, the Real Madrid people, and the rest of those teams that lost during the course of the weekend, well, I don't want to say better luck next time. We wish you all of the best. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. It's been a while. The CEO standing coming with the spoon, and your boy driving this out. To get your information. So the food to be my spoon, television, spoon.